dear lovely soul, welcome to my channel. This is Soleil Rising and you're watching your July 2023 astrology video. So before I begin, I'm not sure if I will be able to cover all of the aspects that are happening this month because there are a lot. Because I have exams. Second of all, I am not sure if my phone can record everything. And third of all, I want to bring my apologies for horrible quality from previous video. And I'm pretty sure this video will also have not good quality because again, this phone decided to get crazy and act out and start like glitching and show only pixels. So if you're seeing pixels, I'm really sorry. Just try to listen to my voice. And if you're new to this channel, please make sure to subscribe. I checked that there are like 78% of people who are not subscribed, but they're always coming back and watching my videos. So if you're coming back, it means it's valuable, you like it, please. So I don't know, if you don't subscribe, it's fine. It's fine. I'm not forcing anyone to do anything. And I am announcing again that in 2024, I will launch my practical astrology course for people who really want to learn astrology, but in a practical way. I will not be teaching mythology, the history of astrology. I will be teaching the tools that you can use immediately after the course so that you can read your own chart, your friend's chart, your family's chart, and perhaps even open your own astrology business because I will include some business tips as well. The links are down below for you to fill out the survey so that I can understand what is it that you are looking to learn from me. And without further ado, we are beginning with Aries. Hello dear Aries, this month is going to be very important month for you because in astrology, so there are many ways you can say new year, like different cultures have new years. Even astrology has a new year, which is 21st of March, that's Aries season. But for me, I call a new year, a new year is for me when in astrology, in your chart, the north nodes change the signs, so they change the field of your concentration for 1.5 years. So that's happening this month, and it is happening in a sign of Aries, in the nodes of Aries and Libra. So for me, I will look at person's chart and I'll be like, oh, you're having a new year because the nodes are shifting to your different fields of your life, and that's going to be the focus of your 1.5 or even 2 years of your life. So that's what I call a new year, and that is happening for you this month, and it is very strong. And I'm just gonna start right away because there's so many aspects and I will try to cover the major ones. First of all, 2nd of July, we're having Venus square Uranus in your 5th house and in your 2nd house. But the thing is, Venus is the planet of love, money, and values. And Uranus is in the location of Venus, which is in Taurus, which is again money, values, and love. And Uranus is the planet of like sudden changes, sudden like something happens out of nowhere and you don't know. So this square aspect is talking about maybe during this month there will be unexpected expenses that you will be spending your money on. And it's good, I mean, depending on your chart, Aries are not the type of signs that will be like spending money like that. But if you have some major aspects in Sagittarius or in Leo, you are probably a spender. So during this day, the like 2nd of July, 3rd of July, do not, if you know that you do not need something, don't buy it. But just know that this day there will be some kind of expense, and it could be coming from either you spending money on your hobby. Maybe you'll be like, okay, I want to get back to this hobby that I have, so I'll need to buy these tools. You'll be doing that. For some of you, it could be something happens at school, in your kid's life, for your kids, so you will have some expenses for your kids. Or maybe you will take someone out on a date and maybe the bill will be too high. On 3rd of July, we're having a full moon in Capricorn, and it is going to trine Jupiter in your second house of money again. And this full moon in Capricorn is in your 10th house of, literally, like, it's the highest point in your chart. It's the house of your career, your purpose in life, and your status, recognition, awards, and stuff related to like really good materialistic accomplishments. And this full moon is trining Jupiter in your second house. So for some of you, I really feel like this full moon will bring results related to, for some of you, relating to some kind of promotion. Maybe if you have applied for a job position, and a job position where you are requesting for higher salary, or you didn't know that the salary is high, you will receive the results around this period, and the money is gonna be good, or okay, or the news relating to your work, to your finances, will be so pleasant that you kind of like, it's more than enough, basically. For some of you, maybe if you were in the process of divorce, some of you, during this period, maybe you will receive good results, especially relating to like, you know, when you do the division and then you get more money or whatever. It's like good news for that. For some of you, as I said, like promotion, maybe you will graduate, some of you. Others of you could get proposed, or basically full moons are like closure, endings, and results. 10th of July, Mars enters Virgo. It goes to your 6th house of day-to-day job, routine, your pets, your health, your diet, doctors, services that you provide. And Mars going to the 6th house will make you super busy, because the full moon on 3rd of July is in your 10th house of status change, but moon is the ruler of your 4th house of immigrations, of your home, of relocation. So if we combine these two aspects of full moon in Capricorn, that is about like relocation or changing your place of living, with 10th of July Mars going into your routine work, where you're like moving a lot and doing something in your home, fixing things, like organizing, changing your routine together, for some of you can really mean that some of you are changing your place of living. So now you'll be super busy adjusting to like new location, new house, new routine, and etc. If you're not relocating or moving somewhere, whenever Mars moves to any field of life, it just brings drive, busyness, and physical activity. So we can talk about like, you will be exercising more, you will be really taking care of your physical body, you will cut out some diet, like you will really take care of your diet, cut out fat, cut out something. Your, you know, like if you do to-do list this month, you will be like, you know, accomplishing it and having this like satisfaction from like ticking done. On 10th and around like 10th, 11th, or 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, like that period is again like a little bit challenging, because, okay, not challenging, tension, there is a tension. We have Pluto opposing Mercury. So your 10th house will be opposing your 4th house. So the reason I mentioned that some of you will be moving, relocating, changing the place of living, maybe changing your work, is because Pluto is retrograde in your 10th house of career and work, and Mercury is in your 4th house. So this talks about like there is some kind of change at your work. Maybe there is some kind of tension between you and your boss or someone in authority that is making your like living situation a bit like irritating. And maybe during these 10th, 11th of July, if you feel frustrated or like, you know, anxious, don't maybe just take a break, sleep, go for a walk, or use this energy to do something at home, clean your house, fix something in your house, because with Mars also in your routine will help you to like, you know, if there is something not working in your house, maybe you'll start fixing it. On 11th of July, Mercury is entering Leo. So Mercury goes in your 5th house. So after like 11th of July, you will be feeling more excited because Leo is a fellow fire sign. So Mercury in the 5th house can talk about, mind you, Venus is also there. So in the end of the month, Mercury and Venus will be conjuncting together, which talks about lots of communication with exes. People from the past will be coming back, especially in the end of July. But okay, if we're talking about the beginning of July, Mercury in the 5th house can talk about papers related to your kids. Maybe you will be forming some kind of papers for your kids, for maybe taking your kids to language school where they're going to learn new things, or maybe you will be traveling with your kids somewhere. But it's definitely like more intellectual work relating to your kids that you will be involved in. At the same time, if you are interested in opening your own business during this period, like paperwork relating to your business work will be also there. Some of you who are like, if you had a dream or if you wanted to have your own car during this month, you will be either like thinking about getting a car, or you will be like saving money to get a car, or you will buy a car. Lucky you. Okay, 17th of July, we're having a new moon in Cancer, and this new moon in Cancer is going to square Jupiter in your 2nd house. So this new moon again is happening in your 4th house of living, your family, and your mom, basically the place where you live in, but also sometimes relocation. The thing is, it's gonna square Jupiter, so maybe actually during like full moons and new moons, like there's so much energy, so many feelings happening. So, and in your case, it's mostly like money, spending money. Like I can definitely like feel this, like when I am frustrated or when I am like super excited, like doesn't matter if I have these emotions, I just spend money. So maybe during this period, you will be also spending money, and then you'll be like, why did I do that? Well, you did it because the moon wanted you to do so. Okay, 18th of July until 12th of January 2025, we're having a new year, according to Soleil. New field, new focus of your life, it's shifting to you, dear Aries. This is your year from 18th of July until 12th of January 2025. I will make a video about this. I'll have to make a video about this because karmic notes are my favorite things to talk about. Karmic notes are the first things that I see in a chart, and I talk about them the first. Okay, I talk about first I check the rising sign, but then I start talking about notes because these are the points in our life where we have the most energy. And when they are transitioning throughout your chart, they are giving you the most energy in specific fields. And the thing is, they're like there is south node and north node, and they are in opposing signs. So you have lots of energy, lots of ambition in one field, but you could also have lots of energy and lots of ambition in another field. But for that, so for example, whatever is happening in south node, you are trying so hard, but it's not working because that's not what you are supposed to do. You should work with north node, and the north node is moving to Aries. Woohoo! My north node is in Libra actually, so for me it's gonna be like that. For Aries it's gonna be like this. What does it mean? Okay, I get too excited when I like something. Okay, so north node enters Aries. Before that, north node was in Taurus, so most of your concentration, most of your focus was in money field and your values. Now it's time to be selfish. Yes, Aries is. I know, like Aries sign, like when you read like traditional books and whatever, it's always like, oh, Aries is the most selfish sign. They're the most like kid, blah blah blah. And so what? This is the time. This year, actually, everyone should become Aries-like energy. So you should start caring more about yourself than others. You should not think about other people's opinions. That's for Libra season. When we go to like after 9 years to Libra to Aries aspect, that's when you should start taking care and thinking about other people. This time is for you to really put all the effort and do not care about what will other people say. Because why am I saying this? Venus in your 5th house of heart and love for yourself, love for others, and etc. And Aries being you talks about it's time for you to finally choose what your heart wants. I already talked about this in my Venus video, so you can go ahead and check it out. This is the time for you really figure out what is it that you really want to do and what actions you can take to achieve them. Because Aries energy, no matter what others tell you, Aries energy in tarot cards is the Fool card. And people will say, oh, it's like a childish card. No, they also say like Aries is the child of the zodiac sign. Yeah, but this is the child that is the most brave, that doesn't is not afraid of taking risks. It's the sign that will be the first to do and initiate something without really not caring about what are the circumstances, what people around them are telling. This is perfect time for that, because whatever happens from this, you will learn many lessons, you will achieve things. I don't know why I'm giving motivation speech, but you got the point. And during this period, you will be also letting go of people who really do not serve you. Like you will be also like for this 1.5, how many? It's like 1 year and 8 months or something. You'll be really like thinking like, are you really like, do I really need you in my life? Because the South Node is going to be in 7th house of other people in your life, and how other people see you, and how you treat other people, and how other people treat you. So you'll be like, do I really need this business partner? Can I do this on my own? Do I really need this friend in my life? Are they like matching my vibrations? Are they matching my beliefs? Do they really care about me? Like for most of you, you will notice how you're letting go of some very close people. You will be letting go of them. For some of you, it could be that you will be starting your own business. You will be working more on like personal branding. Also, during this period, if you have like a job where it's more like consultation and people's reviews are important, or like you're dealing with one-on-one like sales, for example, this period, if you take care more about your style, how you look, how you present yourself, it will bring you more clients. But if you continue doing the same things, you will have less people in your life. And again, maybe during this period where you will be upgrading yourself, your physical appearance, how you act and how you walk and talk, maybe you will start attracting really those people who will vibe with you. Okay, I think if people will check the time, sometimes they're like, why there's so much for Aries and less for other signs? Because it's Aries season. Okay. On 23rd of July, Venus is going retrograde. The same day, Sun enters Leo to your 5th house, and then Mercury will be conjuncting Lilith in your 5th house. And Venus going retrograde in your 5th house talks about people from the past are coming back. People from the past, ideas from the past. If you were planning to work on some kind of business, again, those ideas will be coming back to you. If you broke up with someone, maybe if you want to get back to them, or this period, you will be like considering. You'll be like, okay, let's figure out what went wrong. What can we do to fix this? For others of you, maybe some topics related to your kids will be coming back, but definitely you will be going on dates and having more fun, because again, Mercury conjuncting Venus on 27th of July. So note these days. Maybe during these dates you will travel to places that you have already been before, and you will really enjoy the time that you will be spending. But definitely after 23rd of July, or actually like the whole July, you will be having fun, even though you will be like busy at work, busy with your physical body, be busy like at home. You will be enjoying your time, maybe because you will be doing the things that you like, or maybe you will have this unconditional love for nature, for life in general. On 22nd of July, Pluto will be squaring the nodes. So some things related to your career, to your status, will be like squaring Aries North Node and Libra South Node in your 7th house. For some of you, hear me out. For some of you, if you are in a relationship where it's kind of like unstable and you can see that it's going nowhere, either it's business partnership, love partnership, whatever partnership, during this period, maybe it will be the period where you'll have so much like emotions there that you will decide to like, okay, this is it. Something like that happened for me in May. I don't remember what was it, but like it was too much, because there are some things that are happening in your life. There's like one sign, second sign, third sign, and you are like seeing yourself, this is not working. But then you're like, no, maybe it will work. When Pluto touches something that is unstable, it will crumble. It will be like, bye-bye, time to transform, time to change. We are changing. That's the type of energy happening there. On 29th of July, Mercury is gonna go to Virgo, so you will be even more busy with like routine. Maybe until July, for some of you who are looking for a job, you were looking for like a better place to live in or to work. From July, you will start like settling in a new place. That's why you will be super busy with your routine. And the month ends really well. From 31st of July until 2nd of August, Mars will be trining Jupiter. So Mars from the 6th house will be trining Jupiter. I talk about this a lot. Whenever Jupiter is doing trine, sextile, whatever good aspect with other planets, it's always something really good. For you, it's related to money and some kind of presents. Maybe some of you, again, like you will receive a promotion, so there will be like, whoa, lots of money coming and you were not expecting. It could be that maybe someone will gift you something that is actually useful, that you can use for your home, and you'll be like, oh my god, thank you so much. Some of you might receive scholarships, some of you might like, there is some kind of financial profit, gain, present, gift coming in. So that's super exciting. If you're interested in one-on-one consultation, the link is down below. And we're moving on with Tauruses. I will post this for 1 second. I need to drink. Hello dear Taurus, welcome to my channel. This month is gonna be fun, so let's see what is happening. I've already explained in the Aries part that this is a new year. I don't like how my hair is looking. Sorry. So I will make a video for whatever I'm talking about right now, because it's really important. There is a new year for every culture, has their own new year. And we also have new year in astrology, which is 21st of March. But for me, what I call a new year is when the field or the focus of your life changes for 1.5 years or for 1 year and 8 months. And this is what is happening this month. We're having a shift of nodes. Finally, the North Node is going from Taurus to Aries. So now your next 1.5 year is going to be completely different. It's gonna be, your focus will change, and we will see what's gonna happen on my video with these notes later on. But let's begin with July. On 2nd of July, we're having a Venus is going to square Uranus. So Venus in the fifth house, in the fourth house, will be squaring Uranus in your first house. So Venus square Uranus usually talks about basically whatever happens with Uranus. It's always something sudden, unexpected, something new that is coming into your life, in your way, and you have no idea what it is. But in your case, it is relating to your place of living and your basically your values and how you are feeling. Maybe there will be some kind of situation at home or the place where you live in that will make you feel a little bit uncomfortable, but I would say for some of you, because of the nodes changing the signs, I could say that you will be changing the place of living. And maybe if it's in the beginning of July, it could be a little bit uncomfortable. Just it's like 1 or 2 days. So that's 2nd of July. 3rd of July, we're having a full moon in Capricorn, and it is going to trine. It's gonna trine Jupiter. Full moon in Capricorn in your 9th house and Jupiter in your 1st house. This sounds so good to me. So full moons are like endings, results, closure, and it's in your 9th house of traveling abroad, studying abroad, getting visa, graduating, getting accepted to university. And because it's gonna trine with Jupiter, and I told you like long time ago in my Jupiter video, this year is your year. Whatever you have been manifesting with this Jupiter in your 1st house, trining with a full moon in your 9th house, this manifestation is coming true. Whatever you have been like really wanting to achieve or to get, you will be achieving it in July. But it is definitely relating to like foreign lands, to foreigners, to some kind of education, to some kind of opportunity, to some kind of gift and award. For example, when something was going in my like 9th house, I think it was Jupiter, I got accepted to university, I got full funded scholarship, and also I got a job offer from a spiritual related company that is foreign. So that's like 9th house energies, and they're all happening for your benefits. Whatever is gonna happen, it will be definitely relating to you, not to your family, not to your siblings, not to your friends. It's gonna be about you, for you. It's super great, actually. 10th of July, Mars moves into Virgo, and it is again entering to your 5th house. So you have so much fire activation this month. 9th house, 1st house, 5th house. So I don't know why I'm saying like speaking Australian. Maybe I was watching something in Australian. So no. Oh my god. Mars in the 5th house. Mars loves to be in the 5th house. So you'll have so much energy to do so many different things. But they're going to be, whatever you will be doing will be very productive, will be bringing you so much joy, and you will be achieving more and more things, and everything will be coming to you with ease. That's super great. Definitely, like if you're interested in going like for concerts and having fun, or maybe competing in some kind of competitions, especially competitions related with like running and exercising, or even going on a hike with your friends, that's really good. Maybe you can also meet someone, but it's not so much about like finding the love partner, but it's more about like really enjoying your time this month. On 10th and 11th of July, Pluto from your 9th house will be opposing your Mercury, which is in your 3rd house. So again, we're having this like 9th house of studying abroad, working abroad, foreigners, education, higher education, opposing your 3rd house of more like short distance travelings, short courses, short lectures, like taking language courses. Maybe there will be like a choice. You will be like, should I go and pursue a degree, or should I just take a short course and learn something super fast? So there will be this tension. So if you're interested in learning astrology with me, which will be actually super short, super practical, that you can immediately start using, if we're talking about this aspect, the link is down below. You will fill out a survey, and then I will have your email and your request that I will be implementing in my course, and I will send you an email when the course is ready. 11th, okay, 11th of July. 11th of July, Mercury will enter Leo to your 4th house. So Mercury in your 4th house, let me be clear. Yes, Mercury entering your 4th house of home, the place where you're living in, will bring you like paperwork. Yeah, let's say it that way. So you will be maybe signing some papers, maybe because you will be relocating and changing the place of living, which we already discussed. You will be super busy with, like, I don't know, running to immigration offices, applying for things, applying, for example, for, I think for me was police statement, so that I could apply for a visa, like those kind of paperwork. You will be super busy. On 17th of July, we're having a new moon in Cancer in your 3rd house of short courses, short distance traveling, getting used to the new place of living, having new neighbors, because new moon is new energy. It's everything new, new beginnings. So again, if you are changing your location, you're moving to another place, I know some tourists will be like, oh, this whole reading was about moving. Okay, I will not only talk about moving, but it's highly there. Like, if you're moving and changing your location, please let me know in comments down below, so that I don't think this is just numbers and astrology. So 17th of July, new moon in Cancer in your 3rd house, but it is kind of squaring Jupiter in your 1st house. So new moon brings new beginnings, right? Maybe you will start a new course, maybe you will start learning new language, maybe you will start learning something new that will be actually benefiting you, expanding your knowledge, expanding your expertise, and making you more skillful in some kind of field. So this is going to be very important new moon, probably, if you are about to learn something and start like implementing your skills. Also with new moon, can talk about this month, like from 17th, and then if we add like 28 days, those 28 days will be super busy. You will be always outside. You won't be staying home like me right now. You'll be like going around, moving across the city, like moving and doing so many things. And also 3rd house is the house of implementing your skills in real life. So if you have learned something, it's time for you to actually use it. It's also handwork, making something handmade, fixing things, and etc. So 18th of July, remember, from 18th of July until 12th of January 2025, the nodes are changing from Taurus to Aries, from Scorpio to Libra. So guys, if you felt like so many things have been happening for you in the past 1.5 years, now all of the focus will go into your inner world, into some kind of immigration process. I'm sorry. Inner work, spirituality, retreats, meditation, getting in tune with yourself. It's also the field of ending and letting go and throwing things that you do not actually need in your life, because 12th house is the last house. So it's like ending and like literally letting go of everything that you really do not need in your life. And I will make a full video about this. But the thing is, you will start feeling this shift, this change, that okay, now I finally know what I want. Because when North Node was in Taurus in your 1st house, you were literally like, what do I want? What can I do? What is there that I need to do in my life? There is something missing, like I should take care of this and that, Now you will know what you want, so now you will be spending more time to like away from materialistic things, but more like on a conscious level. You will be thinking about the things that actually have value in your life, like not only materialistic. I said that. So it will be more like, what is my purpose in life? What is other things that I can do for this world, for this planet, for this society? Charity work. What is something that I can do behind the scenes that will help somebody else? How can I help people around me? Because the South Node in Libra is going to be in your 6th house. So maybe you will be like starting overworking. But no, with the North Node in the 12th house, you will have to take more rest and spend time alone in solitude. But the thing is, sometimes it can get lonely because it's the house of isolation. So I can tell you guys, Tauruses are going, if you haven't gone yet, Tauruses are gonna go through spiritual awakening. So if you will start having like dreams, lots of dreams, you will have this ring in your ear, or you will start seeing spiders all the time, or like ladybugs or butterflies. It means you are like, you're spiritually awakening. So they're like, the spirits are trying to communicate with you. And astrologically, I can tell what are the aspects that are doing the spiritual awakening for different people. So if we're talking about generally, most of the Tauruses will go through the spiritual awakening because you will be alone. You will be spending time alone, abroad, maybe because you're moving away, or you're thinking about traveling somewhere or changing your location. For example, studying abroad and something, you will be feeling like you're alone, of course, because you're away from your family, away from the things that you already know. So you'll be in this like unknown, like, what is this? What can I do? Start meditating. If you feel like you don't know what is going on and it's making you feel like frustrated, just start like meditating or learn more about spirituality, because it will help you to like ground yourself instead of lose your mind, because that happened to me, like it was dark. So do whatever I just said. It will actually help you. If you want to talk about spirituality more, comment down below, because I am thinking about adding other spirituality tools apart from astrology, like tarot, dreams, numerology, and many, like even meditation and manifestation. Sorry for the noise, in my channel. So stay, like, comment down below if you're interested in that. Okay, next, on 23rd of July, Venus will go retrograde in your 4th house. Sun will enter Leo on 23rd of July as well, like 22nd, 23rd. Mercury is also in your 4th house. So, and then on 27th of July, Mercury will conjunct Venus in your 4th house. What can we say about this? Something in your living situation is definitely bringing your attention, but very pleasant things are happening. Maybe some of you are buying a new property, or you are moving into a new house, or maybe some really happy event is happening in your family's lives or in your mom's life. So that's really important for you to celebrate with them. But definitely this month, if you spend more time with your family and organize, like, I don't know, parties, gatherings with your family, it will be super important for your soul. You will really feel great about that, so do that. Okay, moving on 29th of July, Mercury is entering Virgo to your 5th house. So even in August, you will be really enjoying your time. That's really good. And on, listen here, on 31st of July, like really last day, until 2nd of July, Mars will be trining Jupiter from your 5th house to your 1st house. Some of my friends don't know astrology, but then when they watch, they memorize. It's like first house, second house. They don't know what it is, but basically, the Mars in your fifth house of joy, entertainment, love, fun, kids will be trining Jupiter in your first house of you, your physical body, how you're feeling, your expression, your physical appearance. And the thing is, this is like really beautiful aspect. Jupiter trining or sextiling any planet brings so much joy and so much happiness. In this case, I feel like there is going to be some kind of gift. Someone will gift something really big for you or for your kids, and that will be super very, very interesting, because it could also be like money. Maybe for some of you, if you have kids, maybe your kids will receive really good news. It could be related to them getting scholarships so you don't have to pay, but also it could be for some of you who are like on a search, or you're dating somebody new in your life. But I don't think it's somebody new, it's somebody, because Venus is retrograde. But okay, if you are dating somebody new, you will be receiving many like invitations for dates, to travel, to go somewhere with them, and it's gonna be super fun. So the month ends really well. And if you're interested in one-on-one consultation with me, the links are down below. I'm gonna go to Gemini. It looks like I won't have enough space on my phone to record all 12 signs, but thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on my next video. Please subscribe if you are not yet. I'll post this. Hello dear Gemini, this is your July 2023 reading. Let's go. Okay, something very big, and I'll talk about this on my next video, is happening, which I call a new year. For me, it's a new year. There are many different types of new year people celebrate. Apart from Persian New Year, I also celebrate, or like really stay in tune and like look forward for this aspect that is actually a new year that lasts for 1.5 and 1 to 8 months, 1 year to 8 month period. That's when the nodes, lunar nodes, are changing the sign. That's when your focus and fields of life are shifting and changing, and it's like complete new, like, you know, when we celebrate New Year, it's like, oh, new year, new me, like new things will happen. It doesn't usually happen, because during December and January, most of the time planets are like, they're not in really like bright signs. They're all in like, it's not new vibe. Basically, the new vibe is when the north node and south node change the signs. That's when you have new year, new life, new things to do in life. That was rhyming. So that's what's gonna happen this month, and I'll make a video about it. But first things first. 1st of July, we have Neptune retrograde. So this month has enough retrogrades for you to have reconsideration of whatever you have been doing in your life, so that you can like maybe perhaps work on the things that you didn't work on before, so that you finally like complete some things and then start something new in life. 2nd of July, Venus is squaring Uranus. So your 12th house is gonna square your 3rd house. Sounds not informative, but basically something related to paperwork, relating to your, for some of you, relating to immigration process, or maybe quitting, if you are planning to quit a job. Maybe during this day, or maybe a day before and after, there will be some kind of tension. Or maybe during this time, it's really important for you to go over the contracts, the papers, and make sure that you're reading everything super carefully before making any impulsive decision to do something, cut ties or whatever. This is a very important day. 3rd of July, we're having a full moon in Capricorn that is actually trining Jupiter in your 12th house. So together, this full moon in Capricorn is in your 8th house of big money, other people's money in your life. It's like banks, it's like those authorities, basically the things that you cannot control, that is not in your own, like in your power. And there's going to be some kind of result, some kind of news related to, maybe for some of you, it could be that you will receive your loan, you will be granted a loan, you will be granted some kind of money so that you can use for some kind of a secret project that you're having in mind. On 10th of July, Mars is entering Virgo to your 4th house. And let me tell you, Mars in 4th house brings so much activity to your relocation. Or, so the thing is, there are two ways I can definitely interpret this position. Mars in the 4th house doesn't like to be there. It doesn't like to be in water signs. So what happens with Mars in the 4th house, it's about like, you really do not like the place where you're living in. You're super irritated. Something is happening in your house that's really bothering you. Maybe the lights are not working, the switches are bothering you, something like shaking and you do not like it. Or maybe like horrible roommates like I had, and it's like you don't like it. So the best way you can work with this energy is by changing places. So that's what I did. Like 1 month I'm here, 1 month I'm there. I know not everyone can do that, but try, like maybe stay with your friends for one night, then stay with your parents for one night. Like just like, hey, let's do a night over, like something like that. It will really help you to work with Mars energy. Another way you can work with Mars energy in the 4th house is dealing with your parents' situation. So you will be working on your parents, some things that will ask you to do. For example, for my mom, I was helping with her retirement things, so I was busy with my mom, so it felt like whatever she was doing, I'm doing too. That's another way. Another interpretation is that for some of you, you will be reconstructing your house. Maybe you will be redesigning, polishing, cutting, like I don't know what are those terms for, like construction. You're constructing the house, you're doing something with the house. So as long as you put this physical energy into Mars, it will really help you. And if you use this energy properly, you will definitely gain more benefits and you will achieve things faster. On 11th of July, Mercury enters Leo. It goes to your 3rd house. So Mercury going to your 3rd house can talk about you. I mean, because you know you're Gemini and you're ruled by Mercury, and Mercury rules the 3rd house. The 3rd house is Gemini house. So you will be super busy this month, moving around, moving from one place to another place. If you have clients, you will be really busy, like talking to them, providing your consultations. You will be preparing so many papers for something, papers for traveling, papers for work, papers whatever. You'll be basically super busy with paperwork. That's one. Two, you will be super busy communicating, negotiating, and having more time with your friends. You'll be talkative. You will notice that you're talking way more than you usually do. Also, some of you will be traveling a lot, especially short distance traveling. Like for me, I would say, because Jupiter is also the planet that talks about like traveling. For me, Jupiter is more like really far away places, like another region, another different country. But Mercury is more about like it's the region, and you will be traveling a lot. For example, USA is huge, so we can say in USA you will be traveling if the Mercury is like changing to your 3rd house or to your 9th house. It's more like, oh, you're traveling a lot within the huge country. But if it's Jupiter, you're moving out of that country, like to Canada, Mexico, like other places. And even with this Mercury in the 3rd house, I would say like Europe is small. So Europe could be like a state. It could be like a like it's like smaller than Australia. I think Australia is a country. So for Australia, I can say like, oh, you'll be moving a lot in your country, which means a continent. And here, like I can say moving, traveling a lot for me would be from Italy to Netherlands, from Netherlands to Poland, whatever. That's for me traveling. So I would say that too, depending on the size of your region. So if I say like, I cannot say the same thing for people who are living in Central Asia. I cannot say, oh, you'll be traveling a lot in your region because you are moving from your country to another country. For example, if I'm traveling from Tajikistan to Uzbekistan, that's already like, even though they're super close, it's a different type of vibe. It's like you have to do so many things to go there. For USA, for EU, like for places where you do not need so much paperwork, you can just say this can work. I hope you get the point. But basically, yes, you'll be super busy. 17th of July, we're having a new moon in Cancer. It's gonna be in your second house of money, finances, and some kind of values in your life. So we're starting some kind of new chapter, new beginning, something new related to the way that you make money, to sources of your income. Maybe you will start thinking about investments. You will start thinking about the ways that you can make more money, because the full moon was in the 8th house of also like money and investment. So maybe last month you were really thinking about how investments work, how trading works, blah blah blah. Now you will start doing it probably. And 18th of July until 12th of January 2025, we're having a new year. Woo! New year of how many months is that? Like 1 year, and July, August, September, October, November, December, and then January, like 1 year, 7 month new year. Woohoo! So, dear Geminis, if in the past 1.5 years you felt kind of stuck, you felt isolated, you felt like lonely, now guys, you will be surrounded by people, because the nodes are changing the signs. They're going to Aries and Libra. I'm gonna make a full video about it because this is my favorite topic to talk about. This is the way that I start my astrology readings. It's all about karmic nodes. Like I start with them. That's my first thing. So I'm gonna make a long video about it. But if I make like very specific for now, from 18th of July, your focus will change. You guys will be freaking busy. You will be surrounded by so many people. You will be attending conferences. You will be making dream goals. You will be making vision boards. Like I have the one that I actually prepared when this transit happened. Like I'm like looking at it right now. This is when you will be attending competitions. You will be meeting new people from these kind of conferences. You will be making teams to work on some kind of projects together, or you will be invited to join some kind of groups, some kind of what are those called? Communities. And maybe some of you will be surrounded by kids. You'll be really enjoying life. Maybe some of you will start dating. This is so good. I love this. Like 11th and 5th like axis is, I think, the best. But for me it worked out a little bit not good because it was during Corona time. So for me it was the opposite. There was no, I couldn't interact with anyone, even though I had a team. I was competing competitions. You know what happened during Corona time, but I was with kids. I fell in love with kids. I was a nanny. I had 3 kids around me all the time, so I was super busy. It was like a bit different, but with North Node in 11th house and South Node in the 5th house talks about, so for example, I was doing more, so North Node is when you should be putting more of your effort, but at the same time you will be dragged to do the South Node thing, which for me was being a nanny and working with kids. Instead, if I would have like spent more time working online, making a website, joining communities, making my own business, making my own products and selling them online and making YouTube videos, that would have been way easier and more fulfilling than being a nanny surrounding by kids. Of course, being surrounded by kids, it's fun, but it's so much work, so much hard work. So you can see how like you will be kind of in between, like should you do this or should you do that. Do whatever is 11th house. That's when you will feel most gratitude, more joy, and more ease. That's why I think right now for me it's going to the 9th house, and I'm like, no, I'm gonna do something else. Like I should be studying, but I'm doing this, doing I don't know, like I'm contradicting everything that astrology says, but you know, too much Aries energy will bring you stubbornness. Okay, on 23rd of July, Venus is gonna go retrograde, and then on 27th of July, it's gonna conjunct with Mercury, also in your 3rd house. So from 23rd of July, people from the past are going to definitely come back. For you guys, as I said, you will be super busy talking with people, communicating, and people like from your childhood, your exes will be coming back. You will be definitely enjoying your time, and if you will be receiving messages from your exes, maybe you will be thinking about, what about starting all over again? What went wrong? What can we do? But that's for some of you. For others of you, it can definitely be something like I would like for myself, which is you will start thinking about the projects, the ideas that you had before, relating to your skills that you have, that you are kind of like you can share with other people. For example, I want to do astrology course, but I'll do it next year, but I want to do it now. So it's something like that. Maybe some of you will start learning some kind of language that you wanted to learn a long time ago and you didn't have opportunities. Now it's the time to actually start doing it, because it will be way easier and you will learn that French in a day. That's what I want to do too. I don't know why it's relating to me as well, but everything that is like something that has already happened in your life and you couldn't do it, or you were like, I don't know if it's gonna work. It will work. You should try it now, especially if you are someone who wants to publish something, write a book, make a podcast, make a YouTube video, find more clients. But it's again something old energy. It's not a new project. It's not new clients, new ideas. No, it's something that you thought about before. Like, oh, I thought about writing an astrology book. I thought about writing something. I thought about this podcast for 3 years and I've never done it. Do it. On 29th of July, Mercury is gonna go to Virgo, to your 4th house. So from the end of July, you will be kind of busy again at home, doing some things in your house. But the month ends with really good news for some of you relating to your immigration, relocation, citizenship. It's really like if some of you applied for some kind of immigration, for a visa, like you applied for something that will help you to either work abroad, travel abroad, change the place of living. This is the date, 31st of July until 2nd of August, you will receive the news. Really great news. For others of you, it could be a news from your family, from your parents, especially from your mom. So that's a very good, really nice aspect, because you know how much I love Jupiter. If you watch my Jupiter video, check it out. It's gonna be very interesting. There are other things that I don't have enough time to mention, but I think this was really important things that I've mentioned, so I substituted with more details on these things instead of adding some other aspects. I feel like I have to. So these dates that I will mention will be a bit uncomfortable. So during these dates, maybe it's better for you to not make drastic changes, or you will be, during these dates, you will have like, should I do this or that? Should I do this or that? 10th and 11th of July, it's going to be relating to your finances. 20th until 22nd of July, related to your home and your career, and 22nd of July. So these dates are kind of like the dates where you will feel too much. So maybe take a break, or just hide away, or choose something, because with Pluto aspects, it's always like cutting out the things that are like shaking. You will make sure that whatever you were not sure about, or you were thinking is not going well, it will go away. So if you're interested in one-on-one consultation with me, the links are down below, and we're moving to Cancer. Hello dear Cancer, welcome to my channel. This is your July video. Happy New Year. We're having a Happy New Year according to Soleil. Yeah, there are many different types of Happy New Year's, New Year celebrations, different cultures. I actually always look forward for this event that I call a New Year. It's when the North Node and South Node change the signs. That's like, you know, like when there's New Year, we make this wish like, oh, New Year, new me. That doesn't usually happen with December and January shift. There is no new energy. But this one, North Node's changing the sign from Taurus to Aries, from Scorpio to Libra. We are having a new year for 1.5 years. 1 year, 7 months. I'm gonna talk about it more. I'll make a long video about it, but for now, let's begin day by day, and I'll talk about the new year later in this reading. First of all, this month has many retrograde planets. So what does it mean? It, like, retrogrades usually talk about the things from the past that you did not finish, you did not polish, you did not like conquer yet, and you want to move to something new. With major, like, big planets going retrograde plus Venus going retrograde, all of these things are telling you like, no, 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 no. This is the time for you to reconsider, for you to look back and see what you have done previously that you can change, improve, make better, so that later on, when the planets are direct and there is new fresh energy, you can start new things with more clarity and more skills. So we are having a Neptune goes retrograde around 30th of June or 1st of July. So that's what we have. And on 2nd of July, Venus squares Uranus. So Venus in Leo in your second house gonna square Uranus, which is in your 11th house. So this aspect is more of an aspect where you will be probably spending money without thinking, because Uranus is the sign of like shifts and sudden changes in your life that you did not expect. So if I think about this, it's more like maybe right now, if you notice yourself spending more money, maybe save some money, because around 2nd of July there will be some event where you will have to spend a bit of money that you did not expect that you will be spending, but it is definitely related to some kind of social work, maybe documents, but maybe gathering with friends. But definitely money will be spent during this day. So be careful about that. 3rd of July, happy birthday to my sister. 3rd of July, we're having a full moon in Capricorn, which is a trining Jupiter. Trining Jupiter in your 11th house. So full moons are usually closures, they're endings, they're like news. And like, it's something that you have been doing for past months, especially last month. Now you will receive the results. So it is related to some kind of partnership, one-on-one partnership with someone, love partnership, business partnership. And it is trining your 11th house of dreams coming true, of social work, of group projects, of communities, of dreams, as I said, like projects and goals that you have in life. So around 3rd of July, some of you will receive news from this special person in your life, for this person with whom you kind of spend lots of time together. For example, if you're an assistant of someone, that's your employer, but at the same time, because you're an assistant, you spend more time one-on-one with this person. So for example, there will be some kind of news that will actually help you to get you closer to your dreams. But if we're talking about socializing and social life, Jupiter in your 11th house, if you haven't watched my Jupiter video, go ahead and check it out. I think it's linked down below. Basically, if you are a person who is a public figure, you're making YouTube videos, you are attending conferences, you're giving speeches, you're writing books, you're basically public, you're online, you're doing something online, and you have clients, this day you will receive some kind of either big order or maybe big following, or some of your videos can go viral. And if you make videos, or if you have done some kind of video, like some kind of work beforehand, it will get like, woo, like you got the point. It will bring you more people, because during this period, I guess you will be super attractive to other people, so they will be like really interested in what you do and what can you offer. So make sure you can use this time, this period, this news for your benefits. 10th of July, Mars moves into Virgo, to your 3rd house. You will be traveling. Cancers will be super busy. You will be moving around so much. You will be preparing lots of documents for some kind of movement. So Cancer, so 1, 12, 11, 10. So something relating to your career will make you move a lot throughout the country, throughout the city, preparing some kind of documents for your promotion, for your work, for something really beneficial, I would say, and definitely related to it's definitely related to work, I would say. You will be super busy. That's one. Some of you will be learning new languages. You will be taking short courses. You will be spending more time into like learning some kind of new skill that you can actually use in the future. The languages here are, I think, will be super important for you. If you want to learn some kind of language fast, this is perfect month for you. 11th of July, Mercury enters Leo, goes to your 2nd house. So from 11th of July, you'll be kind of busy and thinking a lot about your finances, your money, and thinking about the way that maybe you can save somewhere, maybe you can get money from somewhere else and do some things related to your finances. On 17th of July, we're having a new moon in your sign in Cancer, which is kind of squaring Jupiter, which is in your 11th house. So maybe this is a new beginning, and it is about you, which talks about you should not, because it's squaring 11th house, which is other people, what other people do. I guess with this new moon, you'll have to work on yourself. You'll have to start taking care of your physical body, and more like maybe you will do some kind of workout which will help you to get more attention on social media if you have some kind of platform. But definitely this new moon will bring a new chapter in your life that will help you to be socially more recognizable, for you to start something, like start fresh, because on 18th of July until 12th of January 2025, I counted, that's like 1 year and 7 months. New focus, new shift, new field of your life is being activated, and it is related to your 10th house of career, work, status, your purpose and your goals in life, and 4th house of home, relocation, your family. So with North, I will make a long video about it, so stay tuned, because it's my favorite topic to talk about when I do any astrology reading. I mean, like for a client. North Node is something that you have to focus on, because your energy will be also dragged into the South Node energy. Like, it's more like, oh, if someone tells you like, oh, during this period all of your focus will be in North Node, no. It's going to be like you will have either to choose between this or that. But if you choose South Node, which in your case is staying home, being with your family, staying with your parents, staying in your mother's house, or staying in your country, it will make you miserable. Instead, if you choose your career, your purpose in life, and focus on your career and your work, that will bring you more satisfaction, because the 10th house is also the house of status change. So for some of you, for some of Cancers, I can tell that in this 1 year and 7 months, some of you are definitely changing the status from I don't know, from single to married, from married now to being a parent. So this 1.5 year is so crucial for you. It's very big changes are happening. So make sure that you choose what I just suggested. It will bring you more satisfaction and joy and more results, rather than if you choose the opposite, you'll be miserable. But at the same time, because you cannot deny this energy, you will be definitely like either thinking about your home country, your family, your relocation, or you will be like moving a lot. But because of work, because you will be maybe relocating because of your work, you'll be kind of challenged, and it will be a bit tough for you to move a lot from one country or from one place to another place. For others of you, with North Node going to your 10th house of status change and 4th house of motherhood and family, can definitely talk about some of you getting pregnant and having babies in this 1.5 years. So the focus, the topic of motherhood or parenthood is important. So you will be spending more time learning about how to be a mom, how to be a parent, what you need to do for a kid. And meanwhile, you are giving birth to new life on this planet. That's so magical. So congratulations on that. Moving on. So you can see how excited I am about this topic. I'll make a long video about it. Hopefully, if I don't screw up in my exams, I'll pass my exams. 23rd of July, Venus will go retrograde. Sun enters Leo. Mercury conjuncts Venus on 27th of July, and all is in your 2nd house of money. So we can tell that after 23rd of July, some kind of money, some kind of source of income from the past will be coming back. Maybe you will receive some kind of offer from your ex-employer, and they will be offering you something new, something old. Maybe your old position will be offered back to you again, and then you will be preparing your documents, and maybe you had a new position, and during this period they will offer you back some kind of other position and give you more tasks, and etc. 29th of July, Mercury enters Virgo to your third house where Mars is at. So again, you will be preparing lots of documents. You will be end of July, you will be super busy with preparing your documents, especially like if it's for visa, for some kind of school, for some kind of police report, for some kind of whatever paper that is important for authority. You'll be working on that, but definitely learning a new language. You know, even if you don't think that you need a new language in your life because you're not moving somewhere, maybe give it a try. Learn some kind of new skill, because third house is the house of skills. So maybe start learning some kind of new skill that you could perhaps use in your future. Maybe start taking, for example, astrology course. If you want to take a very practical astrology course with me, the links are down below. Something like that. For example, I have to learn French. For example, I want to learn something, Udemy, go to Udemy, learn trading, learn whatever. Perfect time for learning something new that you can actually implement and make money from. Okay? Not just taking it, learning it, and then forgetting about it. No, guys, come on. It's time to use your skills. You have so many talents. Just start using them. And on 31st of July until 2nd of August, we're having really nice aspect. Jupiter trining Mars from your 11th house to your 3rd house. So we're gonna end the month with very good note, very good news coming in your way. It's related to your dream, some kind of goal that you have in your life, some kind of project that you're doing with someone, maybe some kind of competition, and it's gonna be a good news. So wait for it. And if you're interested in one-on-one consultation with me, the links are down below. We're moving on to Leo. Thank you so much, Cancer. See you in my next video. Bye. Hello, dear Leo. This is your July 2023. And this month is going to be a very good and different month. We're having a new year according to Soleil, and I'm gonna talk about it more. So we all celebrate New Year's depending on whatever culture we are having, but we also have astrological New Year. And for me, I have another New Year where I say, like, you know, when you say, oh, new year, new me, so you are expecting some kind of new energies in your life, which astrologically doesn't usually happen around December, January, but it happens with this aspect. When lunar nodes change the sign, they literally give you a new year, because all of your focus, all of your attention moves to completely different field of your life, and you can notice it throughout 1.5 years. So this aspect is usually 1.5 to 1 year to 8 months aspects that happen usually. And for me, that's what I called a new year, and I'll talk about it more and actually make a longer video about it later if I don't screw up my exams and have time to do so. And I have a lot of exams. Whew. So let's begin. This month we have lots of planets going retrograde. I made videos about Jupiter and Venus and Saturn. So Saturn is retrograde, Neptune is retrograde, Venus is retrograde, Pluto is retrograde. All of these retrograde planets always talk about some kind of old energy, something that you have done in the past that you haven't finished, and something that you started but you were like, oh, I don't think I can do it. No. With all of these planets retrograde, you should never take them as something negative, unless when your phone is glitching like mine, or you cannot get your documents. With documents, you should do the things in advance, you know, the mistakes that I always do. But with planets going retrograde, it's always about going back and really re-evaluating and checking what you have done wrong that you can improve this time when the planets are direct, and you can use that energy later so that you can improve and get better in something. Especially with planets retrograde, the best thing to do if you have failed in something, especially some kind of test, some kind of language course, if you failed or you didn't finish, perfect time so many planets retrograde will help you to really get that language skill or whatever skill that you couldn't complete to the next level. For example, I always wanted to learn French. I would always start and never would complete. This month I will, even though I have exams. So sorry for the noise. I'm trying to find a comfortable position. Sorry. Okay. So 2nd of July, 1st of July, Neptune is going retrograde. So that's another planet. 2nd of July, Venus will be squaring Uranus. So guys, Venus right now is in Leo. So dear Leos, please let me know if you have some kind of changes in your physical appearance, or you're looking different, you change your wardrobe, whatever. I made a video about Venus in Leo. You have to watch, every Leo have to watch that video. So this aspect, Venus from your 1st house will be squaring Uranus, which is in your 10th house of career, work, purpose in life, and status in life. This to me talks about this challenge inside of you to figure out what do you want to do in life. And I have been having this energy this month, actually for a long time now, because Uranus in the 10th house really crumbles and like removes the things that you really don't need or it doesn't work for you. And with Venus in your 1st house, where you're literally thinking about what would be really good for me, what will make me happy, career-wise, work-wise, whatever status-wise. The 2nd of July will bring you this challenging maybe a thought in your head, where you will be really choosing between like what you really want to do in work and career. Maybe for some of you it will be some kind of news from work that will help you to shift your mindset when it comes to your worth, for example. 3rd of July, we're having a full moon in Capricorn that is actually trining Jupiter in your 10th house. So your full moon is going to be in the 6th house of health, of day-to-day routine, of work and pets. And it's going to be really nice aspecting with Jupiter, which is in your 10th house of career. So to me, it looks like with this full moon, some Leos are going to receive some kind of news, some kind of email, some kind of invitation for a job promotion or for some kind of new job offer where the position and the salary, the pay is really good. That will be like something that you were looking forward into. But also because 6th house is the house of health, 10th house is the house of status change. Maybe something in your physical body will change, that will change your status. For example, getting pregnant. This is one of the aspects that also show this kind of thing. So congratulations on that. 10th of July, Mars goes into Virgo. It is in Leo until 10th of July. So you're still having this period of being ambitious and doing things and like really figuring out what you really want to do in life. Now when Mars goes into 2nd house, now you'll be like, okay, it's time to make money, because 2nd house is Virgo. You really care about money being organized in your life. So you'll be like, okay, this is the money coming from this place, from that place, this is how I will organize it. So from 10th of July, you will be really thinking about what are other sources of income you can use in your life, what are other ways you can expand your wallet, and etc. 11th of July, Mercury goes into Leo. So now that like Mars is out of there, Mars gives you so much ambition, so much drive to change something in your life. Venus is there helping you to physically transform and become more fancy. Mercury goes there and it's like, hello, what can we do with this appearance, with this Leo, to bring them financial gain, to make sure that whatever Mars did in June, whatever ideas and thoughts you have had, with Mercury going to Leo, it will be like, okay, now let's make a plan. Let's write steps that we can use to achieve the goal that you have came up with. I'm becoming more stupid day by day with my language skills. I'm so sorry. Okay. On 17th of July, we're having a new moon in Cancer in your 12th house, which will actually square Jupiter in the 10th house. So 12th house is the house of immigration, it's the house of spirituality, it's the house of hidden enemies, it's the house of some hidden things that you don't want to share with other people, some projects that you want to do, you need to want to share with other people. Maybe, I think I said that long time ago, not long time ago, on my last videos, do not share your ideas or whatever you have with other people, because maybe during this day you will learn something and you'll be like, what? Why did I tell them this? Oh my god, I've been like saying many things to people, especially about the ideas that I have. So around 17th, I have goosebumps right now. Around 17th of July, you will figure out, you will learn something about somebody like maybe stealing your idea. That's not good at all. Like, no. That's why I'm like, please learn how to keep your mouth, your ideas to yourself. Like, I'm not telling this to you, I'm just like expressing to you how I am talking to myself. It's not working. So new moon in the 12th house in general brings new beginnings, new chapter in your life relating to immigration, relating to spirituality, to something that is out of your world, out of whatever you do day to day. For example, for some of you, it could be applying for visa. I'm doing that. For some of you, it could be like going for some kind of a retreat. I'll be doing that, but in August. So it's like something new related to the things that I've mentioned. But also for some of you, it could be during this period because you'll be maybe traveling to other places, or you will be like me, for example, staying home all the time and studying for exams. You will feel isolated. You will feel like you don't have social life. You will feel like, oh, there is like, oh, I don't see people. There are different reasons for different Leos. For me, it's exams. For you, could be something else, and you just need to check out what it is for you. And here is the new year. From 18th of July until 12th of January 2025, you are having a new shift, new focus of your life, and I am just obsessed with this. I love this. North Node is moving to Aries, from Taurus to Aries, and from Scorpio to Libra. So the nodes are moving from your 10th house to your 9th house, from your 4th house to your 3rd house. What does it mean? From 18th of July, you will be super busy, some of you, getting a degree, studying, getting a bachelor's degree, getting master's degree, getting accepted for universities. Some of you will be publishing books, publishing something online, making, working with foreigners, opening businesses with foreign companies or in foreign lands in different countries, learning new language, traveling to another country, immigrating, because there are some indications of immigration because of the new moon in the 12th house. But it's perfect year and 7 months I counted. It's the time for you to either dedicate yourself into learning something very niche, very deep, or traveling a lot into different places, learning and experiencing new languages, new cultures, new food, and etc. Maybe for some of you, because we also have 3rd house activation, which talks about short courses, short-term, short-distance traveling. But one thing for sure with North Node and South Node is that both of these axes are activated, the third house and the ninth house. Your job is to choose the one which will bring you more satisfaction, and it is usually the north node. When you follow the north node, it's I'm saying this and I'm not gonna follow it myself. With north node, you're gonna have more fun, more satisfaction. The things will go way easier instead of focusing on the third house, which is short-term courses, short-term, short distance traveling, siblings, and buying a car and moving around within your city. Instead, if you focus on higher degree, master's degree, bachelor's degree, long-term committed, whatever, getting language course for long-term, and thinking about your visa for long-term, and working with people outside of your country, it will bring you more joy. But also it's teaching. So it's teaching something to big audience instead of one-on-one. So for example, I want to teach astrology, practical astrology to people. So here I have this dilemma, right? So with third house, it talks about like short courses. So I want to do a short course, right? But at the same time, ninth house talks about big audience. So I have an option to do this course on my website, which will have you guys, which is like 2,000 people following me, right? Or work with a big organization, big education organization like Udemy, where they have thousands and thousands of students where they will promote my courses. So there is this like, you know, I'm trying to explain how this energy works. So it's both about delivering your knowledge to people. Third house and ninth house, they're both about you delivering your skills and knowledge to other people, but the way that you do it is important. So with third house, you might feel like, okay, let's have a call, I will tell you like you can do this and da 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 da, but it will not make you feel happy. Maybe you will not be satisfied with this kind of work. But instead, if you do, oh, I'll send you the link where I am teaching whatever in this platform, something like that. Same thing with learning languages. I've been trying to learn French for many years since I remember myself, but I never had time to do so. So now I have an opportunity to learn the language, which is the third house, learning some languages, but in an institution, ninth house, like in the university. I can learn this language in the university. Instead, if I right now take this short course of French, whatever language, online on YouTube for like, I don't know, 12-minute video, whatever, it won't work as well as if I go to university and study it in the classroom with other students. So these are the type of things that you can notice. Also, I have to mention, if you feel like, if you have siblings and you feel like their problems are becoming your problems, or something in your sibling's life is touching your life, figure out a way to help them through other resources or other people. Do not get involved only you helping them. What I mean, if they have some kind of situation and they're asking you for help, don't do it yourself. Maybe direct them to different places where they can reach out and figure out the solution. Because if you work and help them on your own, you will feel exhausted and frustrated. I should remember that as well. Okay, 23rd of July, Venus is going retrograde, Sun is entering Leo, Mercury is also in Leo, and it is in the first house of Leo. And on 27th of July, Mercury is gonna conjunct Venus, also in Leo, in a first house. So from 23rd of July, did I say August? July. From 23rd of July, there will be more energy, guys. So before we had Mars in there and Venus in Leo, so there were like lots of ideas popping in, lots of things and opportunities in your head that you could do. Now that Mercury is there, which is about being more analytical, more logical, and figuring out the ways and the steps, Sun going in there, it's like your ego, your core, and also your brain, how you think. Going into first house, these energies will definitely support you to do whatever you were thinking about doing in June. Okay, 29th of July, Mercury enters Virgo. So from 29th of July, Mercury is gonna go to Virgo, to your second house. That's where you will be working towards achieving your financial goals. And then it's like 31st of July, the last day of July, until 2nd of August, we have Mars trining Jupiter. Second house trining 10th house. Guys, you are receiving some kind of news related to the job that you do that will bring you big money. Trust me on that. Let me know if it will happen. I will also be looking forward for this day because I need money. So let's see how it will turn out. If you're interested in one-on-one consultation with me, the links are down below. And if you're not subscribed to this channel yet, I don't know why, please do so. Like this video, comment down below what is going on with you. I already asked you some questions, please let me know, and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye. Hello dear Virgo, this is your July 2023 reading. I don't know, I have exam tomorrow, but obviously I like astrology more than the school, so let's see. This month is gonna be fun. I don't know how I'm gonna survive July because of exams every single day, but we have some juicy events. We're having a new year according to Soleil. So every culture celebrates New Year in different times and whatever. Astrology has New Year's, but I have my most favorite looking forward period New Year in astrology world, which is called Lunar Nodes Changing the Sign. I'll make a full video about it because it's my #1 favorite topic to talk about and look at when I have readings. And the North Node is changing the sign to Aries, South Node goes to Libra. This is a new year. So for me, New Year is when you wait for a new energy that will be like new year, new me, new shift, new whatever. And it is usually 1.5 years, or 1 year 7 months, 1 year 8 months is the max as far as I remember. So this is the type of new year we will have. I'll talk about it later on. It's crucial, but before that I want to let you know we're having so many planets retrograde. 1st of July, Neptune is going retrograde, we have Pluto retrograde, we have Saturn retrograde, then Venus goes retrograde later in this month. So all of these retrograde energies will give us the time to reflect back on the things that we didn't finish, that we couldn't do, the things that we failed at. It's perfect time to really look and see like what can you do better, how can you improve if the same situation happens again, what can you do to shift that, what can you do to make sure that it won't happen again. So these retrogrades are really good period for reflection, which is really good, and I've been feeling doing so this past month actually. 2nd of July, we're having Venus squaring Uranus, and it's very interesting because for you, this aspect is happening in your 9th house and the 12th house. For some of the Virgos, trust me, it won't match every single person. However, if you are rising Virgo, I forgot to mention that. If you are a rising sign Virgo, this could match like 90%. So this Venus square Uranus on 2nd of July is in your 9th house of traveling abroad, studying abroad, working with foreigners. Squaring Uranus in the 12th house. Wait a second. No. Venus in the 12th house, which is the house of immigrations, isolations, solitude, reconsideration, hidden enemies, and throwing the things that don't serve you anymore. But if we combine both of these energies that are coming from Uranus in the 9th house and Venus in the 12th house, both of these to me will be interpreted as more like immigration process, citizenship process, or traveling abroad type of process where you are preparing your documents for traveling abroad. Maybe during this day you will be applying for something or receiving news, and maybe you will need to kind of, if you are applying during this day, it's better to look and check every single document again and again and again and again. Trust me, I haven't done that and it was stressful. So make sure that you check everything in advance and you check every single number, every single date and everything to make sure that there are no mistakes. 3rd of July, we're having a full moon in Capricorn that is actually trining Jupiter, which is also in your 9th house. So full moon in the 5th house of love, kids, entertainment, joy, unconditional love, and your own business. You are receiving really, really good news around 3rd of July. It's either a news, it's either an email, it's either a completion if you were looking forward to complete some kind of cycle in your life related to studying abroad, working abroad, and you will be receiving that kind of confirmation during this time. Maybe some of you will finally graduate, but for some of you, if you have kids, maybe it will be news relating to your kids' education. But it is also, you know, like if you were waiting to receive some kind of confirmation of your visa for traveling, perfect. If you were looking for someone, maybe during this day you will receive an invitation for a date and many cool things like that. On 10th of July, Mars is going into Virgo. Mars goes into your 1st house. Guys, let me tell you, when Mars is in the 1st house, you want to do all of the things at the same time. You have so many ideas in your head that you want to accomplish. You have this like, whoa, I can do this, I can do that, I could do that, I could do this. So much energy, so many things that you can do. So use this. If you were like in a past month feeling like, you know, a little bit drained, a little bit like, ugh, now it will be perfect time to move and conquer the mountains. 11th of July, Mercury enters Leo. It goes to your 12th house. That's where you will be, again, some of you will be dealing with immigration process, preparing your documents for your visa, for your citizenship. For others of you, you could be traveling and going to this, like, to nature to relax and have fun, but it's more like relaxing in an isolated place where there are less people so that you can really enjoy your time. And for some of you could start learning spirituality, start meditation, start yoga, start painting, start seeing many dreams when you go to sleep. 17th of July, we're having a new moon in Cancer in your 11th house. So new moons are new beginnings. It's a new chapter, something new that you're starting. In 11th house, it literally talks about some kind of dreams, some kind of plans that you have, you want to achieve. Maybe you want to join some kind of community, join some kind of competition, some kind of conference. Maybe you will start spending more time with friends and communicating more. But it is also, if you're a public figure, 11th house talks about you starting like a new YouTube channel or becoming kind of more famous, more people seeing you, starting some kind of Instagram or TikTok. So use that if you want to start something new like that. And 18th of July. So here we go. 18th of July until 12th of January 2025. We're having this new year according to Soleil. According to me, north nodes are changing the signs from Taurus to Aries, from Scorpio to Libra. So from your 9th house to 8th house, from your 3rd house to your 2nd house. Now is the time of hustling and making money. But here's the thing. When you have nodes changing the signs, they're shifting your focus and the field and your attention in your life. So with North Node and South Node, they both give you their attention, their energy. And the thing we should consider is that what do you want to choose? You will have energy for both of these axes, 2nd house and 8th house. But what would you prefer? What would you choose? What would you choose? Choose something that will bring you satisfaction, more flow, and easy to achieve, which is North Node, or a focus on the thing that is really grabbing your attention and wants you to do it so fast, where you will be exhausted and tired and irritated, which is the South Node. For you, it's happening in the 8th and the 2nd house. I'll make a long video about it, so please check it out. If you're not subscribed, subscribe so that you can see it later when I upload it during exams, hopefully, or after exams. So it's your choice. It's your choice. You either choose to do something that will bring you more joy and satisfaction, or you will choose something that is literally grabbing your attention right now to do so. So both of these axes are money axis, finance axis. The difference is that 8th house is the house of other people's money. It's big money, it's banks, it's loans, it's trading, it's NFTs, it's everything investment. And 2nd house is you working day to day from 9 to 5 and making the source of income. It's your money. 8th house is other people's money. It can even be your spouse money, your joint resources with someone. So you will see that you will have an opportunity to either start working on multiple things just to make your source of income more, so that you get more money by working, or you will figure out the ways to learn about investing, about trading, about, I don't know, getting a loan so that you can do some real estate. I don't know, I have to learn those too. So this will be your main topic from 18th of July until 12th of January 2025. It's very huge. So I would say Virgos are getting rich if they use their source and energy wisely. Also, South Node in the 2nd house can talk about letting go of the things that don't serve you anymore. So 2nd house is everything materialistic, guys, like buying things, having so many things in your house, buying just random things. With South Node in your 2nd house, it's perfect time to be more minimalistic, to cut expenses, to spend less money on the things that you really do not need. For example, I collect tarot cards and I never use them. Like right now I have 4 decks here, and with South Node in the 2nd house can talk about stop it. Stop buying the things that you are not using, even though it could be valuable to you, but are they actually bringing value in your life? That sounded wrong. They bring value, but it's more like become more minimalistic, you know. Maybe this way you will save more money, so you will become more rich, because when you save money you can invest it into something. Trust me, I'm really bad at giving financial advice, but I'm just coming up with ideas. This is something that I would do. Actually, I wouldn't do that. I would still continue buying tarot cards. That was just an example. 23rd of July, Venus goes retrograde. Sun enters Leo to your 12th house. And then on 27th of July, Mercury and Venus are going to conjunct in your 12th house. So what can we say about this? Sorry, those Virgos who are not risings are watching here and are not understanding why am I emphasizing immigration, isolation, solitude, retreat, yoga and meditation so much. This is a big topic for you guys this month. Like not for a long time, but like this month, you are dealing with paperwork related to citizenship, immigration, to traveling somewhere where you don't know people, or going for a retreat and having this time for yourself with nature so that you can become more in tune with your soul. Again, lots of spiritual awakening happening here this month. You will be seeing lots of dreams, lots of synchronicities. Those are spirit guides messages for you to refer to. That's why I think my latest post was about, if you want me to do those kind of videos on my channel about other spiritual things apart from astrology, like tarot, synchronicities, manifestation, meditation, numerology, animal spirits, spirit animals, spirit bugs, like these kind of things are going to be main topic of your July, as like the end of July especially. And then on 31st of July, oh no, 29th of July, Mercury enters Virgo. So from the end, really end of July, you will have more strategies. Mercury will go to your first house, and Mercury rules Virgo. So now you'll be super strategic and use your analytical mind to really achieve some financial goals that I've mentioned, or some kind of goals that you have, because the last day of July, 31st of July until 2nd of August, Mars is going to trine Jupiter, and it is again related to studying abroad, traveling abroad, working with foreigners, maybe even opening your enterprise, opening your business, learning new languages, applying for visa, and etc. And it is actually really good news. So this day you will receive super good news related to the topics that I've mentioned. If you're interested in one-on-one consultation with me, the links are down below. I'll be able to work with you only after my exams. So I'll see you in the next video. If you're not subscribed, please do so. Thank you so much for watching. I am moving on to Libras. Hello dear Libra, this is your July 2023 reading, and this month is going to be very juicy because we're having many aspects happening, but we're having a new year that I look forward to, because you know we have different types of New Year's. Every culture has their own New Year's, and we even have New Year with astrology, but I have my own type of New Year, which I look forward to, and it is called lunar nodes changing the signs. And they change the signs every 1.5 years, or every 1 year 7 months, or 1 year 8 months. And this event is happening this month, and I'll talk about it more. I'll make a long video about it as well, but in this video I will also mention it, so stay tuned. In addition to that, we have so many planets retrograde, which talks about old energy. So all of these planets like Neptune, Saturn, Pluto, and even Venus going retrograde, they talk about old energies, something from the past. It's perfect time for reconsidering, reorganizing, and reevaluating your life, the things that you have done in the past that didn't work out, the things that you worked on, they failed. It's time to look back and reflect and see what can you do better next time when you have an opportunity, especially when planets go direct. That's when you can start new projects. But for now, we're working with old projects. We're thinking about the ways to improve them, or learning the things, the skills that you have learned from the things that you've already done, that you can implement later when they're direct. So with this, all of this old energy going around us in July, that's how you will feel like, oh, there is something unfinished that I have to finish. On 2nd of July, Venus will be squaring Uranus from 8th house to your 11th house. So this talks about some kind of spending that you could do perhaps for your friends. So maybe if you are saving money during this day, just don't go out with friends, because there will be some kind of expense that you will have to do for some other person. 3rd of July, we're having a full moon in Capricorn, which is trining Jupiter, which is in your 8th house. So what does it mean? Full moons are usually endings, it's closure, it's news. And Jupiter in your 8th house, it's something about investments and loans and big money. And 4th house is the house of your family, your parents, your home, and also relocation. So around 3rd of July, some of you will be either going back home, traveling back home, or you will be receiving some kind of news related to your traveling to other place, which could be financially supported or invested by some kind of authority or some kind of organization. For others of you, it could be that you will receive the news from banks if you were applying for a loan. I don't know how are they called, like to buy a house. Maybe during this day you will finally receive the news and finally get the papers to sign up and just do the things that you need to do for buying a new apartment or finding a new place. 10th of July, Mars is going to Virgo, to your 12th house. So maybe during this period, some of you will be traveling to other lands, to other locations. And let me tell you, Mars doesn't like to be in water signs, and 12th house sounds like water sign, that's like Pisces sign. So some of you might feel irritated, or you won't like your experience in this like new place that you're traveling into. That is why, in order to get rid of this frustration and irritation, it's better if you move from place to place fast. Do not stay in one location for a long time. And maybe start like swimming would be perfect, because Mars is all about like fast and action. So swimming sounds like something that will make you feel more comfortable with this energy. Swimming, doing some martial arts, running perhaps, being in nature most of the time during this month will really help you to kind of like, if you feel irritated, it will really help you to be in nature. 11th of July, Mercury goes to Leo, to your 11th house. During this time, especially if right now Mars is in your 11th house, so you're coming up with new ideas for new group projects, for some kind of new businesses with other people, for ideas for like coming up with new ventures, for joining some kind of communities, for having new dreams and new goals. Now Mercury goes there after 11th of July, and you will have more strategic and planning to do for whatever ideas you have had. So right now, maybe from 11th of July, you will start working with a team, with some kind of person or people, to start some kind of project that you thought about before in June probably. But it will be more of like strategic planning, analytical planning, but it will also involve communication. Lots of communication, lots of research, lots of investigation, but definitely lots of calls, lots of attending conferences perhaps, and learning some new things that will actually help you with your dream and goal in life that you were thinking about in June. 17th of July, we're having a new moon in Cancer in your 10th house, and it will be squaring Jupiter in your 8th house. So this to me looks like there's going to be some kind of news, some kind of new beginning from your work that you work in, but it will have some kind of, maybe you won't be happy with the amount of money they are suggesting to you, because this new moon is squaring Jupiter, which is in your 8th house of other people's money. And it will be like, I don't think so. Like, They will be maybe providing, like if we're talking about working, maybe you'll receive some kind of promotion, but the pay is not well enough, so you won't like that. Or something to do with the financial situation in your life or in your investments will trigger you to switch maybe job positions or think about applying for promotion or getting a new position. And then on 18th, so here it is, the new year that I was talking about. From 18th of July until 12th of January 2025, we are having a new year according to me. What's going on? North Node is going to Aries, to your 7th house, and South Node goes to your 1st house of Libra. This energy is a little bit contradicting because actually it really depends. If you are born around 1995, 1996 and you're Libra rising, you in your life you should be more selfish and care about yourself while kind of considering and being more diplomatic. But with this transit, it's like opposite. You have to work with someone and care about other people and be more responsible for other people in your life instead of being selfish and focusing on yourself. This year, which is, I counted like 1 year and 8 months, you will have an opportunity to choose between these two because you'll have energy for both of these axes. So it's an axis, 1st house and 7th house. 1st house of you doing everything by yourself, you being selfish and really thinking about you only. And 7th house is working with other people, working with clients, working with a business partner, working with a love partner, and really taking care of others and other people's opinions when it comes to you. And you will have this like, should I do this or should I do that? I'll do the business myself. I'll do this all by myself. I don't need other people in my life, blah, blah, blah. There is going to be this tension, but the thing is you'll have energy for both. If you're an Aries rising, you will have to work on yourself more. But with Libra rising, you will, and Aries as well, they will be like, should I care about others or care about myself first? And with this North Node and South Node changes, you have both of the potential to do. But if you ask me which one is more satisfying, more easygoing with the flow, something that will bring me long-term benefit, it's North Node. You should follow the North Node in general in your life and in astrology. And South Node is something that you should put your focus on letting go. So for you, North Node in Aries in your 7th house talks about if you spend more time working with someone, with clients, with your partner, doing some paperwork with someone, opening a business with someone, you will have more long-term benefits and more long-term success. However, if you spend more time thinking about you, thinking that you should do everything on your own, it's better if I start this on my own, it's better if I not listen and not care about other people's opinion and do everything by myself, you will be more miserable and there will be more frustration and there will be no long-term result. There will be like, you will do something that will like bring you so much joy and energy, but then that will be it. But with the North Node, it will be like something that you do that might be like, okay, this is fun, but it is something that will be there for many years and will bring you more results later on. And it's actually good for Libras in general because Libras are the sign that they're super diplomatic, they care about other people's opinion, they prefer to work with people and prefer to be in relationships. So with this energy, yes, do it. So if you ask me, that's perfect. 23rd of July, Venus goes retrograde in your 11th house of dreams and goals and team projects and communities and goals in your life. Sun enters Leo to the same place, and then on 27th of July, Mercury and Venus are conjuncting in your 11th house, and it is Venus retrograde. So you will be receiving messages from your exes. People from your past will be reaching out to you. They will be offering something, like offering you to work with them. If these are the people that you have worked with before and you know them from the past, it's perfect time to work on projects with them. However, if they're like new people coming into your life during this period, they're like, oh, let's open something and work on some kind of project together, not a good idea. So you will be super busy communicating, being on calls, having lots of conversations with people, attending conferences, making plans, making goals to achieve some kind of goal that you have. But this goal is from the past, because I told you. Or the goal is from the past, or it could be that the skills that you have learned from the past, you can use it for this new idea. But I wouldn't say that during this Venus retrograde, it's a good idea to start something new. However, if you implement your skills, or it's the same or similar field, it will work out well. If you are a public figure, you have some kind of platform where you're sharing your knowledge, where you're making like YouTube videos, TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn, whatever that is like online, you will receive more following, more popularity, more people will be looking at you. Because also with North Node in the 7th house, it can talk about literally you are attracting more people in your life, more people are noticing you and they want to work with you, which is very amazing, especially if you have if your job is related to contracts and clients. You will start receiving more clients and more contracts and more offers from this month and onwards until 2025. On 29th of July, Mercury enters Virgo. It goes to your 12th house. That's where Mars is at. And you will be, again, some of you traveling again. In the end of July, you will start traveling more or preparing your documents for immigration, preparing your documents for visa, or maybe again start meditating, start doing yoga, start painting, start journaling, which is really good. And the month ends with 31st of July until 2nd of August. Mars will be trining Jupiter from your 12th house to your 8th house. So these two houses, 12 and 8, are secret houses. They're like everything about hidden. It's your secrets, it's hidden enemies, it's some projects that you started and you don't want to share with other people. And this day, from 31st actually until 2nd of August, you will receive some kind of news related to financial support for immigration or for traveling abroad. That's one for some of you. For others of you, it can literally be, let's say you are abroad, you feel isolated, and somebody comes in and decides to help you, preferably financially. Some kind of great news that is going to happen during this day. Please let me know. Usually with Jupiter trining or sextiling planets, it really is very strong. You will notice it. So I will be waiting for your comment to see what is going on. If you're interested in one-on-one consultation, the links are down below. You are my favorite sign, by the way. Thank you so much for watching, and I am moving to Scorpios. Bye! Hello, dear Scorpio. This is your July forecast for 2023. This month is super important month. We're having a new year that I look forward to. I'm not sure if other people will call it a new year. For me, it's something that I look forward to every 1.5 years. So I call it my new year, and we're having it in July. I'll talk about it more, and I will make a bigger video if I don't fail my exams and if I have time during exam period. But if you're not subscribed, subscribe so that when I upload those videos you can see. So also this month we're having many planets retrograde, and when planets are retrograde, they're slowing down the new things. If you're starting new projects, you're applying for new documents, you're doing new documents, you're doing something new, it will be slow. Usually you will receive the results or something will start working after the planets are direct. And trust me, there's so many planets going retrograde that you do not want to start something new. However, if you have been working on some things, learning some things in the past, and you failed, didn't work, or you couldn't succeed, this is perfect time to either try again or literally reflect on the things that you could have done better, so that when the planets are direct, you can use these skills to make things perfecto. Okay. On 1st of July, Neptune is going retrograde. We have Saturn retrograde. We have Pluto retrograde. And then Venus will go retrograde. Many retrogrades. So 2nd of July, Venus will be squaring Uranus from your 7th house to your 10th house. So there is some kind of tension or choice that you will need to be making between your partner, your business, and your work and your status. Maybe there will be some kind of tension between your loved one and the job that you will be doing. So during this day, there could be some conflict. So it's better if you, like, I don't know, prepare yourself or prepare like a good argument and speech for that. I don't know, like some of the things that I'm saying, even though it's they're related to astrology, sometimes, no, most of the time, my mouth and my brain are not connected, and then my mouth just says whatever that I channel. That's called, I think, spiritual channeling. 3rd of July, we're having a full moon in Capricorn, and it is happening in your 3rd house, and it is actually trining Jupiter that is in your 7th house. So this is a little bit like contradicting, but maybe when there will be some kind of tension on July 2nd with your partner, on 3rd of July there will be like a full moon that will give you closure and ending and understanding related to your short distance travelings, your work, your communication, and your partner, love or business partner, because it's gonna be a good news, something really nice, because full moon trining Jupiter is usually good news related to some kind of networking that you do, and also 7th house. So we have this like activation of socializing, networking, and people and clients and contracts. So maybe for some of you it could be that during this full moon you will receive some kind of big order where you're selling something. So if you're in sales and you have clients, or you're working with, like, you're doing consultations, you're working one-on-one with someone, you will receive like offers, like big offer this day. 10th of July, Mars enters Virgo. It goes to your 11th house, and let me tell you, Mars gives actions. Mars is super fast. It's like the sign, the planet that is like, let's do it, let's conquer it, let's achieve it, let's move forward. 11th house is the house of like dreams that you have in life, the goals that you have in life. It's socializing, it's people in your life, it's conferences, it's competitions, it's online, it's social media, but most importantly, it's called the house of dreams coming true, because 11th house is the house where you are thinking about the things that you want to achieve in your life in general. It's not only about work, it's just in general. For example, I want to have a car. That's like a big dream. And with Mars there, you will have many ideas for new projects, for new endeavors, for some kind of competition to attend, for some kind of applications to submit. You have many things going on there for you. 11th of July, Mercury enters Leo to your 10th house. Talks about you will be either applying for promotion, you will be receiving some news relating to your work. Maybe you are receiving a promotion during this month, or maybe you are applying for new positions, for new job in different countries, because on 17th of July we're having a new moon in Cancer, which is in your 9th house actually. So 9th house is the house of, again, like traveling abroad, moving to different countries, learning new languages. It's higher degree, and it is the house of entrepreneurship as well. So on 17th of July, which is like a new moon, you will start some kind of new thing related to the things that I've just mentioned. Maybe you will have an idea or an offer to travel abroad, to travel somewhere else, to do some kind of to learn some kind of new language. So, or maybe it could be that because of the promotion that you're receiving, now you will have to like spend time on learning about the new culture, new language. And for others of you, it could be that maybe you will start applying for bachelor's degree, for master's degree, for visas, preparing your documents for visas, learning languages, as I've already mentioned. It's also the house of working with foreigners, working with international organizations. And the new year, 18th of July until 12th of January 2025, we are having this new year. Lunar nodes changing the signs. So guys, in the past 1.5 years, you definitely had more time to reflect on yourself, to figure out what exactly that you want, and who are the people that you should be letting go of from your life. Who are the people that do not serve you, and what are the businesses that you should let go of, or ideas or like clients that you should let go of. Now all of this energy is going to your 6th house and your 12th house. So last 1.5 years, all of your focus was around partnerships, love or business partnerships, and yourself. Now, all of this focus is going to your 6th house. So Scorpio, Taurus, and Aries in the 6th house, and Libra is in your 12th house. So we're having this axis activated. The thing with these nodes is that it's never one or another. You will have an activation of both things, but it's your choice to choose whatever you want, because the energy will be so strong. For example, in your case, it's happening in your 6th house and the 12th house. And what I suggest with these nodes, it's usually to follow the North node, which is for you in the 6th house of your body, your routine, your paths, your day-to-day job activity, and anti-procrastination, working hard, workaholic, and taking care of your health. So all of these things that I've mentioned. And the South node is actually in the 12th house of self-learning. It's the house of relaxing. It's the house of being isolated. It's the house of being by yourself and thinking that you're lost. Or it's the house of really getting in tune with your spiritual self. And both of these energies are activated. So some things you have to let go and some things you have to acquire. So for example, with North Node in the 6th house, what you have to focus on and add more is work on your diet, work on your health. Some of you might even have a pet. Some of you will start working harder, making really nice plan, to-do lists, super important for you, and also really taking care of your health, especially your teeth and your bones. And with the South Node in the 12th house, it talks about 12th house is the house of letting go, throwing unnecessary things away from your life. It's just like, you know, like becoming super minimalistic. And with South Node activating your 12th house talks about you finally realizing what your soul truly wants and letting go of the things that you do not really need. That's one. Health situation and addictions and some kind of, I don't know, maybe food, if you are eating some heavy food that or alcohol, if you want to, like, you know, get rid of alcohol this period, if you try, it will really work out well. And this South Node in the 12th house can also talk about hidden enemies coming out, and you will see who are those people. So you'll be like, ciao ciao, I knew you were trouble, so I don't need you in my life. That's one. Two, throwing away unnecessary things from your life that really make your house a mess, make your brain a mess. And also because 12th house is the house of spiritual knowledge, or just like other type of knowledge that you can have, letting go of like beliefs that are no longer serving you. It's perfect for that. So meditating, if you start meditating during this period and working on your physical health by going to gym and etc., will definitely work really, really well for you. And as I said, like, no, I didn't say that to you, I said that to Libras, but if you spend time more in nature or swimming or doing activities where you are connected with one of these elements, air, fire, water, earth, it will really help you as well to kind of like improve your life in a really better way. But the thing is, with the North Node in the 6th house, you will be receiving more tasks, more things to do. So it could be a little bit frustrating. That's why for that, you will have to really take care of your mental health and your physical health. That's what this axis is about. It's mental health and physical health. On 23rd of July, Venus is going retrograde in your 10th house. Sun enters Leo to your 10th house. And then on 27th of July, Mercury and Venus are connecting together. So during this period, you might be receiving some kind of offers from your you will be receiving offers from your old job positions that you have been doing, or maybe you will reopen some kind of business that you have done before. But it's definitely an offer from the past, from related to your job, to your purpose in life, to your status, to your career. Especially on 27th of July, there will be some kind of news relating to your work, or possibilities for your work to get like to expand your work, to expand your expertise. And also for some of you, it could be receiving news relating to either pregnancy or to getting proposed, for example, and changing status in general. 29th of July, Mercury will enter Virgo to your 11th house. Mars is there, right? It's giving you lots of ideas for new projects, for new ideas, for dreams and goals. Mercury going there will help you to be more analytical and start making plans. Like, we will do this step 1, step 2, timeline, and really following all of the steps, because Mercury is very peculiar. It's very like detail oriented. I wanted to mention, yes. So 29th of July, after 29th of July, you will have so much communication. So many people will be talking to you. You will be like literally with friends, meeting friends, going somewhere with friends, attending like conferences. I said you will be surrounded by people, so you will be networking and learning more from these people in your life. And the month ends with Mars trining Jupiter. 31st of July until 2nd of August, we're having Mars trining Jupiter, your 11th house and your 7th house. So to me, if you are a public figure, if you have a business that is related to consultations and clients and one-on-one interactions, and if it's also like online, it's visible for other people, you are definitely getting more exposure, more people getting more attracted to whatever you're serving, whatever you're providing. More people will be wanting to work with you. So this day there is some kind of big news. It could also be some kind of news from your love partner or from your business partner relating to some kind of goal, some kind of dream project, some kind of competition, some kind of community. So it's very, very, very big day, just like the 3rd of July. So let me know in comments what happens during these 2 days. And if you're interested in one-on-one consultations with me, the links are down below. I'll be able to work with you after my exams. So thank you so much for watching. I'm moving on to Sagittarius, and actually tomorrow I have exams and I'm like doing this amazing. Obviously I like this one way more. So see you in my next video. Hello dear Sagittarius, welcome to my channel. This is your July 2023 reading. July is a fun month. We're having like my most favorite event of 1.5 years or 2 years. New year, that's how I call it. New year. I don't care how others call it. To me, when the nodes, lunar nodes, are changing the signs, is a new year. New year, new me, new focus, new field of life, new beginnings. So that's what I'm gonna talk about for you later in this video, and I will make a long video about it, more detailed video about it later on after I finish my exams, or if I will get bored from my exams, like in July, I'll do that. I'll have to do it. It's my favorite topic. In addition to that, the whole July is filled with retrograde planets. And with retrograde planets, we do not initiate anything new. However, if there is something that you have started before, you can continue. Also, if you have done something before that didn't work, you failed, and you were not successful, this period is perfect for literally sitting down, analyzing, reflecting back on the things that went wrong and what you can learn and use from these mistakes for the future to make sure that you succeed. And on 1st of July, Neptune is going retrograde, Saturn is already retrograde, Pluto is retrograde, and Venus will go retrograde later in this month. So we'll talk about those now. 2nd of July, Venus squares Uranus, your 6th house and your 9th house. So there is some kind of situation relating to your health or your paperwork relating to abroad or to education. So maybe it's just one day, but you will feel like a little bit exhausted, or there will be some kind of tension between your health and moving abroad and traveling abroad, or preparing your documents for education purposes. On 3rd of July, we're having a full moon in Capricorn in your 2nd house, and it is trining Jupiter, which is in your 6th house. So full moon in Capricorn 2nd house and Jupiter in the 6th house. Together, these two things are talking about some kind of news related to your work that is connected to your finances. So news from work, which will be about money, and it's usually good news because Jupiter trining with any planet is usually very visible. You will obviously notice it, some kind of news. But look, so Jupiter in the 6th house, right? It's trining this full moon that is related to your finances. And Jupiter is expansion. So Jupiter in your routine day-to-day job, your work, could be that you will receive an offer or a promotion where you will have some extra tasks which will give you extra cash. So that's the type of good news I think there will be. 10th of July, we're having Mars in Virgo. So Mars going to your 10th house talks about you're being super busy, super active, super in your, like, you will be working a lot, because 10th house is the house of work, but at the same time it's the house of status change. So some of you will be changing your status. At the same time, you will be super busy working and doing some things, or you will have ideas for new job that you can do, or you will be like dreaming about and it's more like I cannot wait to do this like next month or later on. Definitely that's what I'm thinking. And because on 11th of July, Mercury is going to your 9th house. So Mercury going to your 9th house definitely 100% makes you start preparing documents for traveling, for education, buying tickets, buying whatever, passport. Can you buy a passport? Yeah. Preparing documents for either education, for traveling, or even working with foreigners and international organizations. It could also be that some of you will be receiving an offer from an international organization to work with them. That's why Mars in a 10th house will bring you this much like excitement to work for someone or to work on some kind of project. On 17th of July, we're having a new moon in Cancer in your 8th house that is actually kind of squaring your 6th house of work. So this new moon will bring new chapter, new beginning in your life, and it is related to other people's money. So it could be some of you will start receiving either financial support from somebody else who is going to help you for upcoming month and more. Or it could be some of you will start learning about money, learning about trading, learning about investments, learning about crypto, learning about like coins and etc. Everything money related. And here is the new year, 18th of July until 12th of January 2025. We're having new year. Lunar nodes are changing sign from Taurus to Aries, from Scorpio to Libra. And for you, that's happening in your 5th house and 11th house axis. What does it mean? So, guys, Aries in the 5th house. If we think about lunar nodes, we're always working in axis. They never work separately. They always work together, which means during this period, you will receive energy for both of them. But it's your choice to choose between the one that will bring you more joy and satisfaction, or the one that will bring you more tension and frustration and like worries. In your case, it's happening in your 5th house and 11th house. North node in the 5th house. Some of you are getting pregnant and having babies for next 1.5 year. 1 year and 7 months, I counted. Some of you are being surrounded by kids from this month on. You will be surrounded by kids, which is also surrounded by joy and happiness and love. Some of you will find someone who will be your love, who will bring you so much inspiration to create things. So the next 1.5 years is going to be actually the best year for you, because the 5th house is the most, it's the heart. It's the heart, it's joy, it's happiness, it's entertainment house. So we have kids, we have hobbies. Some of you will start working on your hobbies to monetize them. Some of you will be surrounded by kids. Maybe some of you will be nannies, or your sisters and brothers will have kids, so you'll be around them, or you go somewhere and there are many kids. Or maybe your new job will be close to a kindergarten, so for 1.5 years you will be seeing kids all the time. It can literally play out in many different ways. Just the keyword is kids and happiness and joy and laughter and entertainment and colors and drama. Another interpretation is hobbies being monetized, so working on your hobbies, but also it's business, so opening your own business. That's the North Node. If you focus on these things, you'll have more joy, more flow, and long-term results. However, if you work on South Node, which is in your 11th house, which is about being on social media only and just doing something because you have to do, you will be kind of miserable. The whatever gains you're thinking about, it's going to be short term. It's also the house of working with other people, and joining a group, joining a community, joining a team. So if you just take only positive things from the things that I've just mentioned, it will work out well. For example, you're changing your location, so you are now have to be and join new groups, learn new things about these new people around you. However, if you're in the same location, if you haven't changed the place of living, and you are now deciding to, like, you know, work with someone on some kind of project, it will be a little bit tough. Instead, if you just work on your project on your own and maybe hire other people for your business, it will be way better. Same goes for social media, for YouTube, because YouTube is 11th house, it's Aquarius house. So for example, if you just make YouTube videos about whatever thing that you're not passionate about, you'll be in misery and it will not bring you any gain, any satisfaction. However, if you combine kids education, for example, kids, or the things that you love, and make content about it online, it will bring more attention and exposure for you to work on your business. Do you get what I'm saying? If I, for example, sit down and make these YouTube videos without offering any consultations, without offering courses, it will be it's just out there. It's not providing any other value except for information for other people. However, if I incorporate like a business aspect of it, if I provide courses, if I provide consultations, I'm helping people and I am finding joy from it. And of course, financial gain as well. I don't know why I sound like I'm some kind of news reporter, but that's how it sounds. Yes, so you will find yourself like dragged in and there, but just make sure whatever you are doing related to your dream goals, your community, your friends and projects, make sure that they're all connected to fun, joy, entertainment, love, creativity, art, and your baby, your business. It's super important to not get lost in all of these ideas and projects that you will have in your mind. On 23rd of July, Venus is going retrograde, then Sun is entering your 9th house, and Mercury will conjunct Venus in your 9th house on 27th of July. So the end of July definitely looks like you are traveling somewhere, you are going to places, you are receiving some kind of offer from international organizations or from abroad. You are receiving results related to whatever, let's say visa, if you have applied for before. But it's definitely with Venus retrograde, it is always about something old. If you have already planned some kind of trip before this retrograde, it's perfect. However, if you come up with an idea of traveling to a new place, new location, it's like a new idea during the retrograde, it's not good. However, if you have already known about it, you prepare things and you prepare your documents, this is the time where you will actually start receiving news and traveling. On 29th of July, Mercury enters Virgo to your 10th house. So now you will be definitely making this promotion, this job opportunity official. You will be making plans about like your new job roles, new positions that you can work on. And the month ends with Mars trining Jupiter, your 10th house trining 6th house. It's all about, for you, it's all about work, promotion, hard work, some kind of offers, financial gains relating to work. And 31st of July until 2nd of August, big news related to your promotion, to your work, to your status change, and to your day-to-day routine. It will, something from work, some kind of news from work will completely bring joy and change in your routine in daily life. So if you're interested in one-on-one consultation, the links are down below. Thank you for watching. I hope you are subscribed and like this video, and I'm going to Capricorns. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. Hello my lovely Capricorns, welcome back to my channel. This is your July 2023 reading. This month is exciting. We love this month. This month is going to be a lot, like a lot. I have so many exams, but there's so many things happening in the skies that will influence us a lot, and it is really shifting point, I would say, I think. So we're having like a new year that I think, for me, it's a new year. I don't care what others say, but there is one astrological event that I look forward to every 1.5 or 2 years, which I consider a new year, because to me, new year is always about new year, new me, new life, new focus, new whatever. And that's the thing that is happening this month, and it will last for 1 year and 7 months. That's the new year that I'm talking about. In addition to that, this whole month is filled up with retrograding planets, starting with Neptune on 1st of July. We have Saturn retrograde, we have Pluto retrograde, and then Venus will go retrograde. So all of this retrograde planets, why? For what? All of these retrograde planets are about you to go back and reflect on the things that you have started, didn't work, you failed. Maybe you took some kind of test and didn't work out. You took some kind of courses, language courses, didn't work out, failed, you just gave up. This is perfect time to go back to all of them, try them again, or just reflect and see what were the factors that made you kind of succeed or lose in some aspects that you can actually learn from and use for new endeavors, for new projects, for new things that you will have later on in your life. All of these retrograde planets are here to like finally lock it in, put all of that like mistakes for you to use for your future when the planets are going direct. So let's go. 2nd of July, Venus is squaring Uranus from your 5th house to your 8th house. What does it mean? So Uranus is in your 5th house. So there is some kind of, you know, sudden changes happening in your love life, in your kids' life. Actually, my mom is Capricorn, so many things happening in her kids' lives. And it is going to square your Venus, which is in the 8th house. So it's just one day. This one day could give you so much like tension and could give you some anxiety related to your expenses, to your hobbies, to your kids, and some kind of financial situation. So during this day, it's better to just like, you know, make sure that you double, triple check everything and do not panic. Just wait for next day, 3rd of July. 3rd of July, we're having a full moon in Capricorn. So we are ending some kind of cycle and we are receiving the results here. And the thing is, it's amazing, guys, because this full moon is trining my most favorite planet on this universe, Jupiter. This full moon is going to trine Jupiter, which is in Taurus, in your 5th house. So 1st house and the 5th house activation, but it's some kind of news related to, for some of you, just for some of you, related to your love partner, to your kids. Again, like kids situation is very strong for some of you, a business. So you will receive some kind of offer, some kind of news, some kind of email, either about your business, about your kids, or about your love partner or love interest, your hobbies, and everything that gives you joy and happiness in life in general. So just mark this day, like circle it around and see what happens. Just let me know in comments. I cannot wait for this day. Plus it's my sister's birthday, so that's very interesting. I want to know what's gonna happen. But my mom is a Capricorn, so for her kids are having like good news, so that's how it can be related to her. On 10th of July, Mars is entering Virgo to your 9th house. Guys, Capricorns are gonna travel. You will be traveling or thinking about traveling a lot. You will be so excited about like new places that you can visit, new things that you can do, new languages that you can learn, new cultures that you can explore, new food, and etc. It will be either like you physically will be traveling, or you'll have this drive for exploring new things. Also, it could be for some of you preparation for visa, preparing your documents for a visa, or maybe traveling to a location, to another country, to another city to get your visa or apply for a visa. Also, 9th house is the house of international foreigners, working with foreigners. It's also like justice house as well. So courts and things like that can be related to the 9th house as well. 11th of July, Mercury enters Leo. It goes to your 8th house, and Mercury is about education. It's about learning things. It's about papers as well. So some of the Capricorns are going to take finances super seriously in terms of learning about finances, learning about trading, learning about investments, learning about real estate, learning about the ways that you can diversify your financial resources, which are definitely connected to other people's money. Not your money, but like, as I said, like investments, trading, and etc. Also, Mercury in the 8th house talks about you probably applying for some kind of scholarships, for some kind of grants, for some kind of financial support. Maybe you will be applying for a loan. Oh my god, mom, please don't do it. My mom loves getting loans. Don't. Okay, if you really need to get a loan, some people don't. Like my mom doesn't have to get a loan, but she just gets excited when there is an opportunity, like a tiny, or like a mention of like, oh, we need money. She loves getting a loan from bank. Don't do it. You can, I don't know, I'm not here to tell you what to do, but for my mom, please don't, even though she won't watch this video. But some of you will be applying for getting some kind of loan from banks, or maybe applying for financial support from some kind of authority or from some kind of organization. 17th of July, we're having a new moon in Cancer in the 7th house. That is squaring Jupiter in the 5th house. So, new moon is new beginnings. It's new chapters, something new. Oh my god, I'm having goosebumps. This is weird, but because we have so many retrograding planets, plus Venus will go retrograde, the planet of your 5th house of love. I feel like during this day, you will receive some kind of news from your ex or from your partner. Either from your business partner or from your love partner. That will kind of trigger you. And you'll be like, how dare you? What are you thinking? What were you thinking? Like, I don't know. This is how I feel like it's gonna happen. Definitely some kind of news, some kind of new chapter relating to either business partner or a love partner. Please let me know in comments. So I'm gonna wait for this thing, guys. I'm gonna wait and see what's gonna happen. Okay, here is the new year. 18th of July until 12th of January 2025. That's 1 year and 7 months. This is the new year, new shift, new change in your life, new focus. You're shifting your attention from, let me think. So you're shifting your focus from business and projects, kids and socializing, to home, motherhood, and business and career. Isn't that exciting? This is super important because I think for Capricorns, this is very natural position. It's like 4th and 10th house activation. It's very, very, very major event, guys. I'll make a video about this later on, as I said in the beginning, if I don't die for my exams. But it's very, very, very strong event, very crucial point in your life, because there are only few signs who have this like very drastic, very strong change. It's usually if you are activating 10 and 4th, 1st and 7th. So all of these 4 houses are super, super important. So with this aspect, it's a big change for 1.5, 1 and 7 years. It's 1 year and 7 months, correction. It's very big. What does it mean? So North Node is going to your 4th house. South Node is going to your 10th house. Guys, it's going to be a little bit frustrating to hear because 10th house is Capricorn house. It's all Capricorn. And 4th house is opposite of that, which we do not like. But the thing is, this next year and half and 2 more months, we have to use the energy of opposite, which is the 4th house. What does it mean? When the nodes change the signs, you naturally have you're drawn to both of these energies. You're drawn to both of these fields of your life. But the thing is, if you put too much energy in the South Node, you'll feel a little bit frustrated, exhausted, and unsatisfied. However, if you put more energy in the North Node, that's where you have to be headed, you'll feel more satisfied. Things will be more at ease and with a flow, and you will like it more. Right now, I am not sure if it's red. It's been 2 hours 50 minutes. Is it going to stop and I'm not going to be able to record Aquarius and Pisces? I'll speed it up. So basically, with all of this energy, I will talk about this super long in another video, but you have to choose between home, your family, your parents, your relocation, and your citizenship and the place where you live, and choose wisely the career that you want to do and not focus too much on work. That's the main thing. But the thing is, this is so big that some of you are going to get complete makeover and change in your life. One could be change of status, for example, graduating. Now you're a graduate, now you're looking for a job, now you're employed, no longer student. Some of you are getting proposed, so now you're married. Some of you finding the love partner, so now you're no longer single. Some of you are getting pregnant, so you'll become parents. So that's the shift we're talking about. And the 4th house is spending more time with your mother in your home country, or thinking about it, or trying to do something to compensate on that. Also thinking about motherhood, thinking about kids, thinking about what kind of mother or parent you will be. So that's why these are super, super important, because they're very, very big events in your life, because it's usually official. Change of status is official. Stamp, you have graduated. Stamp, you're married. Stamp, you have a baby. Like things like that. On 23rd of July, Venus goes retrograde in your 8th house. Sun enters your 8th house. Then on 27th of July, Mercury is going to conjunct Venus in your 8th house. So both of these are talking about some kind of financial gain that is coming your way from the work that you have already put in. So if you have invested into something like previously, now you will be starting receiving results. Also, if you have applied for some kind of scholarship, for some kind of grant long time ago, it will be repetitive. You will receive it again, or you will have an opportunity to apply for some kind of financial support that you have received before. Maybe it will be repeated again. So that's cool as well. On 29th of July, Mercury is entering Virgo to your 9th house. So now you will be planning, you will be preparing documents for immigration, for traveling, for visa, for studying a new language, for working with foreigners, and for maybe expanding your business to other countries. And the month ends with Mars trining Jupiter. 31st of July until 2nd of August, we are going to have Mars trining Jupiter. Your 9th house will be trining your 5th house. So for some of you, it is definitely some kind of news related to, for kids, if you have kids, about their education, about them moving abroad. If it's if you don't have kids, it could be that your business will be expanding to other countries, or you will be working for an international organization or for a foreign company, where you will be doing the thing that you actually love doing. Some of you will probably receive an invitation to travel somewhere and work with kids or do what you really love doing, because fifth house is also the house of your business and your hobbies and the things that you love doing. It's getting hot and humid and my hair are getting curlier. Amazing. If you're interested in one-on-one consultation with me, the links are down below. Cannot wait to work with you. But I'll see you on my next video. So ciao ciao. Moving on to Aquarius. Hello dear Aquarius, welcome to my channel. This is your July 2023 reading. Sometimes I really want to say 2022, but no, we're in 2023 and it is indeed the middle of the year. Wow, what a realization. We have 6 more months or 5 more months left. Wow. I'm still in December for some reason. But anyways, this month is going to be very, very pivotal, very juicy, and there are so many events. We're having a new year that I believe is a new year. It's a new year that lasts for 1.5 years or for 1 year and 8 months max. And this is an event that I look forward to every 1.5 years. So I'm gonna talk about that, and I will make a long video about this later on. And major thing to know that July is filled up with planets being retrograde. So many retrograde planets. Neptune going retrograde on July 1st. Saturn and Pluto are already retrograde. Then Venus is going retrograde. What all of these retrogrades are talking about? They are saying that this month is going to be filled up with old energies. It's gonna be like all of the old ideas will be coming to you, all of the old things that you were doing, old people from past, not from past life, people from like from your earlier, like for many years ago, they're coming back to you. So you're kind of like spending more time with those people and spending time with your old ideas. And the way that you use this retrograde season is not by starting something new. However, we use this energy of retrograding planets to reflect back, to reevaluate and see what went wrong, what succeeded, what you failed at, and how can you change it when you have a new opportunity to do something. So it's really amazing time to really sit down and be like, okay, I did this, didn't go well, why? What should I do next time for it to not happen? Or it could be, oh, I've done that, it was really good, I received like, I don't know, an award, I got A+, how did I do it? Okay, I'm gonna use that, implement it for next time. That's one way you can use retrogrades. Just literally write down, I will do that, I'm actually doing it, these are the things that I will never do, these are the things that I will do to succeed in something. Second way you can use this retrograde period for starting all over again, all things that you have tried that failed, learning again the languages that you couldn't learn, starting all over some kind of project, some kind of hobby, some kind of business. Old, anything old, try it again after doing this evaluation, you know. So let's begin. July 2nd, we are having Venus squaring Uranus, your 4th house and your 7th house. It's just one day, but there is going to be some kind of maybe conflict or maybe a misunderstanding or an argument with your love partner or your business partner relating to the place that you're living in, or maybe your parents will be like making some drama about your love choices or your business partner choices. It's just, I just wanted to mention it just to, you know, I always talk about like positive things. Sometimes they're like things, I mean, why not? Life cannot always be colorful rainbows. It's just life. It's fun. For you to experience fun things, you have to go through some tension. So 2nd of July, because the next day, actually 3rd of July, we're having like rainbows and unicorns and sunshine and everything. 3rd of July, we're having a full moon in Capricorn, trining Jupiter. So your 12th house will be trining your Jupiter, which is in your 4th house. So here I am seeing definitely some relocation, immigration, citizenship news for some of you. It could also be related to your parents. Maybe your parents will be relocating and they will be moving to another places, or they could be traveling to you, or you will be traveling to them. So there is some kind of news and closure about that, like an email that is coming your way, but it's really happy news. 10th of July, Mars enters Virgo to your 8th house. Mars doesn't like to be in water houses, but Mars in the 8th house of Scorpio, Mars is the co-ruler of Scorpio. So I would say Mars is okay in the 8th house. So Mars, what does it do in your 8th house from 10th of July? It will bring lots of ambition, lots of excitement, lots of like drive to think about the ways that you can make more money, diversify your income, not an income, diversify the way that you get money. And also maybe you will be applying for some kind of competitions where you could get financial benefit. That's one thing. 11th of July, Mercury is entering Leo to your 7th house. So some of you are spending more time having one-on-one communication and one-on-one time with your either love partner or with your business partner. You will be super busy, so super busy, like negotiating, communicating, talking, learning new things about your partner, about your love partner, or about your clients. Because 7th house, especially for those Aquariuses who are working in consulting industry and sales, or even like social media where they are making some kind of content, this is major because you will be either receiving more clients, more consultations, you have more exposure, and more people will notice you and will want to work with you. So wait for that. But definitely you will be speaking a lot and sharing a lot. 17th of July, we're having a new moon in Cancer in your 6th house. And it is squaring Jupiter, which is in your 4th house. Again, there is some kind of even though it's like a new moon, new beginning, it's some kind of new beginning, but that day is a bit, there's again, like that day, usually full moons and new moons have lots of emotions, and on this new moon, there will be lots of emotions, but it could be triggered either by your family member, by your parents, or by your health. Some kind of trigger could be there. But the new moon in general will bring new opportunity, new chapter, new beginning when it comes to your career, to your work, day-to-day routine, to your health, to your diet, and maybe some of you will start thinking about having a pet. And here is the new year, 18th of July until 12th of January 2025. We are having a new year. Lunar nodes are changing the sign from Taurus to Aries, from Scorpio to Libra. It's a huge, big event. And for you guys, it's happening in your 3rd house and your 9th houses. What does it mean? From this period, your focus will shift. You will start spending more time, or you will have more energy into things related to studying, traveling, negotiating, teaching, and learning, and exploring. So the thing is, what you have to remember with these nodes is that you will have energy for both of these. And the thing is, the nodes are in one axis, 3, 9, 1, 7, in opposite signs. So 3, 9 for you is Aries and Libra. So with North Node being in Aries, it talks about you focusing more on learning skills that you can actually implement in real life and start monetizing. Or perhaps if you have already learned and have so many skills, but you're just continuing like learning more and more and more and never using it, this is the perfect time to start using your knowledge, your expertise, by monetizing it, by sharing with other people, making courses, publishing things, opening a social media, opening some kind of channel where you can be a guide to somebody else. It's more like one-on-one, short, like small communities. Whereas if you continue your path of like getting a degree after a degree after a degree and not educate, like, and not delivering that knowledge that you got to other people, it will be a little bit frustrating. But the thing is, you will have energy to do both, so you will be drawn between these two, and you will choose the one that seems more easy, which will be like studying abroad, doing a higher degree, and moving to another country. Whereas if you focus more on local, if you focus more on one skill that you have, not the whole degree, just one part that you can actually implement in your real life, make handmade things, sell things, communicate with more people, become more closer to people, it will bring you long-term success. Whereas if you do that, it will bring you short-term goals, short-term satisfaction. That's the tricky part about the nodes, is that you have energy for both, but you tend to choose the one that seems more fun and more easy to get. If you just want my advice, focus on the North Node, which is in your 3rd house. 23rd of July, Venus is going retrograde in your 7th house. Sun is entering your 7th house. And then on 27th of July, Mercury is conjuncting Venus in your 7th house. Exes are coming back. That's it. Joking. Not joking, actually. For some of you, legit 100%, just let me know in comments down below. I cannot wait for this because my moon is in Aquarius, my Venus is in Aquarius. I want to know who is coming back. This is gonna be so much fun to observe, because this is someone from the past that you know who is going to come back in your life, message you like, hey, I missed you. So the thing is, with this aspect, what you can do is actually, if you are thinking about getting back with someone from your past, this is perfect time to give them a try, to see what went wrong, what was going on. However, if it's a new person that you have met like recently, or during the retrograde, if you meet someone, just know that it's not gonna last long. That's it. Like when you meet someone during the retrograde, it's usually not going to last long. That's one. Two, this period from 23rd of July, when Venus goes retrograde, I actually made a full video about that. Check it out. The links are down below. When Venus goes retrograde, and even Mercury, when they go retrograde, it's not advised or suggested to sign a marriage contract. However, if you have like a wedding, it's okay, like a party, but not signing like specific official papers on that. That's one. Two, okay, please don't sign off. I didn't finish. You know, if you watch my videos, you know I give all types of interpretations. If we're not talking about love, but if we're talking about business partnerships, some of you will be receiving either messages from old business partners that want to work with you again, or it could be that you will start receiving orders from your loyal customers, like a customer that ordered 3 years ago something from you, and now they're ordering again and they want to work with you again. But when it comes to like consultations during Venus retrograde, usually new clients don't come in, only older clients come in. So if you're working in like consultation business, one-on-one consultations and contracts, it's perfect time to reach out to the list that you already have of the people that you worked with before, instead of like looking for new people to work with. On 29th of July, Mercury enters Virgo to Mars. Mars is also in Virgo. So during this time, you will get more strategical and prepare papers relating to finances and money. And you, with Mercury going to your 8th house, it's definitely about, you will be so dedicated to learn about money more. You'll be like taking courses, you will be watching more videos in order to understand how trading, how investment, how money works. And if you're interested in one-on-one consultation with me, the links are down below. And now I'm moving on to Pisces. Thank you so much for watching. If you're not subscribed, please do so, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Hello dear Pisces, welcome back. This is your July 2023 reading. Super excited. Finally, I am in Pisces, and you know, this is the last one I'm recording, so I am praying my phone doesn't die, because Pisces have to listen to my readings because they're my #1 zodiac sign that check my YouTube videos. So this month is very, very juicy, very, very busy, with lots of aspects that I cannot physically record here. I will only go through really major ones because there are a lot of major and then a lot of other aspects. And I am celebrating a new year in this July. I don't care what others say. We all have different types of New Year's in our cultures, in our countries, in different countries, and even in astrology. But there is one event in astrology that I look forward to every 1.5 years, every 2 years. And this is when lunar nodes change the signs. That's for me a new year, because I associate new year with new year, new me, new energy, new shift, new focus of life. That's what lunar nodes do when they change the sign. I'm gonna talk about it. I'm gonna hopefully make like a long video about it, because it's my #1 favorite topic to talk about, especially when I check somebody else's chart immediately. That's like my #1 thing to do. In addition to that, the whole month is filled up with retrograde planets, starting from 1st of July, Neptune going retrograde, Saturn and Pluto are already retrograde, then we have Venus going retrograde. What does it say? So if you follow my YouTube channel, you probably already know that retrogrades are old energy. And during retrogrades, you should not and cannot start anything new. If you do start something new, it won't go as you planned. It will be super slow. It will take so much of your time and energy, and you will never achieve what you were planning to, or you will after the retrogrades are over, which is next year. So do not start anything new. However, what are these retrogrades good for? These retrogrades are perfect for starting the things that failed, the things that didn't work before, the things that you didn't get like enough satisfaction from the success, and start them all over again. But most importantly, whatever you do, you need to make sure that during this retrograde period, you go back and you reflect back on the things that went wrong and the things that went really good. Take notes and figure out, what did I do wrong that I should not repeat again when I have an opportunity to start something new? What went good that I have to repeat and try it again because it actually works? It's perfect time to really sit down and analyze and figure out why these things don't work in my life. What do you think is the reason? Just jot it down. Maybe because I'm not aware of time. I am like bad with deadlines. I do not like routine. So maybe what if I learn these things, can it help me with achieving something later? So this is perfect time for that. And we're gonna go with other things, but that's like #1 thing you have to know just in general. When anyone says, oh, this is retrograde, If you just remember this, it's perfect. July 2nd, Venus is going to square Uranus. So your third house, Uranus is in your third house, will square your sixth house. So it's just one day. It just, there could be some kind of maybe news about your sibling that could be not as like something that you wanted to hear, or maybe because of your health situation you won't be able to go somewhere to do something outside of your house. So if you are planning to do something outside out of your house, it's better if you like make sure that you are kind of careful with your health or cars. 3rd of July, we're having a full moon in Capricorn, which will actually trine Jupiter. So this is an interesting full moon. It's a good one, and you know, full moons are usually closures. They are endings, ending some kind of chapter and receiving some kind of news. And it is related to your 11th house connecting to your third house. So third house and 11th house activation, cultivation, and results. It's definitely a news. You are receiving some kind of email, some kind of news, either from your friends, or it could be about your goals and your dreams and your projects. So look out for this day. You will have either realization or legit news from someone about your goals and your dreams, or something that you are working on. And you're probably working on some kind of publishing, on some kind of consultations, on maybe even some of you are planning to buy a car. 10th of July, Mars is going into Virgo. It's going to your 7th house. So now Pisces risings are going to be super ambitious and busy to either work with a business partner or work with clients, or you will be really busy going on dates or communicating with your love partner. And definitely it's the house of receiving like contracts, signing contracts, and maybe suing someone. So if you felt like you don't have energy to sue someone, Mars in the 7th house, you can do that. Sue them. Justice, bring the justice, because 7th house is the house of justice. 11th of July, Mercury will enter Leo to your 6th house. So Mercury in the 6th house, it likes to be there because it's ruling the 6th house. So Mercury in the 6th house is about preparing a to-do list, making sure that you have a to-do list, check, you're getting back to your routine, you're making sure that you're taking care of your health, you're waking up in the same time, you are going to sleep at the same time. I know for Pisces it's super hard, but because Mars is there right now, so you are having this drive to do so, to have a routine, to take care of your health, to take care of your diet and remove some unnecessary things from your diet. With Mercury, you will be more strategic. Maybe you will have a sticker and you will put it like, hey, today I'm doing this, tomorrow, and then you will like check. That's one. Two could be that you will be receiving some kind of offers from work where you will be doing new tasks, or you will add more tasks to yourself. But whatever it is, it should be something that you will like doing. 17th of July, we're having a new moon in Cancer, which will actually square Jupiter. So new moon in Cancer in your 5th house, squaring Jupiter in your 3rd house. So full moons and new moons, that day is emotionally strong. So there's lots of emotions happening during new moons and full moons. So new moon, first of all, new moon in Cancer in your 5th house talks about some kind of a new chapter, new beginning relating to love, dating, romance, entertainment, to kids, maybe something in life of your kids, or maybe some of you will start working in kindergarten, or you will be surrounded by kids. It could be opening your own business, working on your hobbies, monetizing your hobbies, and doing the things that you love, plus it's being super creative. So during this day you will have so much emotions. And there could be also, because it's squaring Jupiter in your 3rd house, so maybe during this day, you will feel like, okay, it's time for me to actually monetize my hobbies, my skills, to make them my job. It's just for some of you. For others of you who have kids, maybe something, some kind of news from school. Maybe school will message you something like, oh, it's time to pay for whatever, or blah, blah, blah. I don't know. What do they notify about kids these days? Something like that. And here's the new year. From 18th of July, it's the new year that I was talking about in the beginning. From 18th of July until 12th of January 2025, we're having a new moon. Lunar nodes changing the sign from from Taurus to Aries, from Scorpio to Libra. So this is an interesting event that is going to be happening for 1 year and 7 months. Actually, I counted. It's very it's basically a different change and shift of the field of the focus of your life. For you, it's going to a second house and 8 houses. So one thing to remember about nodes is that we have north node, north node and south node. And in astrology, there is no such thing, oh, you will have a lot of this and you won't have a lot of that. When these two work, they both have energies that you can use. Just the problem is that it's which one you will choose. The one that you will be a little bit miserable and whatever you will do that is exciting will be short term, or you follow some kind of slow path, something that you're not aware of and you don't know if it is actually going to be good or not. But it is something that is actually going to be more smooth, more fun, and will bring long-term results. So for you, it's happening in the axis of money, and it's for you happening in the axis of your own money and the money that you get from organizations, from banks, or from your partners. Here's the thing. It's just very simple for second and 8th house for me to say. Second house, where the north node is for you, talks about you expanding your income, expanding the source of your income, which means you will have to work in order to make sure that your financial situation is getting better. You will have to either find different types of jobs, or you will feel like you need to work here, there, and that's how you will be expanding your finances. However, getting a loan, getting a scholarship, or relying on other people's money will be in the beginning like, oh, it's good. But it's more like something, if you were thinking about long term, it will be like, let's say if it's a scholarship, it's going to be very short period of time. Whereas if you would have worked, like if you would have done some side hustles or part-time jobs, you would have more money to sustain yourself. Whereas if you are relying on some kind of event, some kind of organization, authority supporting you, that's going to be for short term, and it could come with, some kind of rules like, oh, when you have the scholarship or this grant, you cannot do this and that. So things like that could be the focus of your next 1.5 year. I'll make a long video about it. And one thing also I want to mention is that during this 1.5 years, you will be letting go of people, or the idea of other people not bringing you the value that you actually need. So it's more like you will be spending some time on understanding and learning about your self-worth and the values that you have in your life that you bring to other people in your life, in their lives. So at the same time, you'll be like, but what about them? Are they bringing any value in my life? Are they teaching me something? Are they helping me in some kind of way? If not, you will notice how you will be letting go of those people, especially like toxic people. It will be going away. Not the good time for investments. If you do not know what you're doing, it's not the best time for investing, trading, or things related to that. So be a little bit cautious and careful with that. 23rd of July, Venus is going retrograde in your 6th house. Then Sun is joining your 6th house. And then Mercury is conjuncting Venus in your 6th house. So you will have so much energy actually this month, especially in the middle of the month, for your physical body, for your health, for your routine. So it's really, really good energy for Pisces, because as I said, Pisces don't have routine because there are they go with the flow. And here you will be more strategic. You will use your analytical mind to be more cautious about your time, about your eating habits, about your spending habits, about what you do during the day. And you will have this really good routine, and you will be really taking care of your health, your physical body. Like it's gonna be so important for you during this month. Dieting, exercising, doing some kind of yoga, going outside, playing with animals or pets. It's gonna be the focus of your month actually. And on 29th of July, I'll talk about it probably in August, Mercury will enter Virgo to your 7th house. And that's when you will have more communication and negotiation with your love partner or business partner, or you will be working on contracts and receiving clients. But I think it will be more in next month. I'll talk about it. And on a good note, on 31st of July until 2nd of August, Mars will be trining Jupiter. So your 7th house, Mars from the 7th house will be trining your 3rd house. So to me, it is definitely talking about some of you receiving some kind of offers either from friends or from your partner that could help you with actually your whatever publishing, whatever thing that you're planning to do for this year, because Jupiter is in your 3rd house. So if you're planning to publish a course, a book, a podcast, there will be some kind of support from your partner or from your client. Also, it could be that you will receive more offers and more requests for some kind of consultations, for some kind of contracts. So basically you will have more clients. And when Venus goes retrograde in your 6th house, there could be offers from your ex-employers or the positions that you have done before. So if this was helpful, please like and comment down below. What did you like the most? And if you're interested in one-on-one consultation with me, the links are down below, and I cannot wait to see you in my next video. So do not forget to subscribe if you are not yet. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.